Ladies and gentlemen, the story you're about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
NBC brings you Dragnet.
You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to burglary detail. A gang of hijackers has started to work in your city. Truckloads of valuable merchandise have vanished. The thieves are clever, seem to have a foolproof system. Your job, find them.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime, investigated and solved by the men who unrelentingly stand watch on the security of your home, your family, and your life. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Thursday, March 6th. It was windy in Los Angeles. We were working the night watch out of burglary detail. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Ed Backstrand, chief of detectives. My name's Friday. I was on the way back from the record bureau, and it was 5:35 a.m. when I got to room 2A. Interrogation room. Read this to him, Ben.
Yeah. 2,600 dozen nylon stockings, 45 bolts of silk, 58 cases imported perfume.
Where are you dumping this stuff, Laval? That's what we want to know.
I told you the truth. I have nothing to do with it. I don't know anything about it.
What was this stolen waybill doing in the cab of your truck?
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know.
Your fingerprints are all over it. You must have carried it there.
I didn't carry it there. Somebody's out to frame me.
How many in the hijack gang, Laval?
I'm not in a hijack game. I told you I don't know. When are you going to let me go?
Who's the head of the gang?
I don't know any head of the gang. I want to get out of here.
You're covering for somebody.
I'm not covering for anybody.
You take the rap for all this, you're going to have a beard down to your knees by the time you get out.
I'm not taking any rap.
Then let's have it.
Oh, I'm tired.
$42,000 worth. You know who took it. You know where it is.
They could have disappeared anywhere on their way from the east to the 1,000 places.
Nothing was missing from those shipments when they came in on the train. Everything was there when they were unloaded at the warehouse.
Then I don't know. I don't know.
Every dollar's worth was accounted for when it was loaded on the truck. Well, where is it now?
I'm tired. We've been here all night.
Let me read it for you again. 2,600 dozen nylon stockings, 45 bolts of silk, 58 cases imported perfume. And you're trying to tell us somebody hijacked all that from the trucks without you knowing it?
The trucks were loaded at the warehouse. We went out to eat. We came back, got in the trucks, delivered the stuff, and that's all I know.
And while you were out eating, the receipts for the load disappeared, too. Is that right, Lavelle?
I don't know where the waybills are. The shipping clerk, that's his job.
We talked to him. He says one of you could have taken the waybill.
Well, then he's lying. I didn't take him.
Then what was this waybill doing in the cab of your truck?
I told you, I don't know. Somebody's trying to frame me.
Why?
I don't know. Somebody, I don't know why.
Then you better come up with an answer, mister.
Look, I'm tired. We've been here since 6 o'clock last night.
We're all tired. Who are you covering for? What are you trying to build? Any of that coffee left, Ben?
It's cold.
That's all right. You want some, Lavelle?
No.
All right, now, look, let's get one thing straight. We've been here all night. We can be here all day, tomorrow, the day after that, and the day after that.
Yeah.
We got enough to make you on this. You know that, and we're going to stay with you to tell us the truth, everything.
I've told you all I'm going to tell you. If we stay here for 6 months, you got it all.
This your home phone, Hillside 8321.
That's right, 8321.
What time's your wife get up, Lavelle?
What do you mean?
Ben, get an outside line.
Yeah.
You're not going to call my home.
It's Hillside 8321, Ben.
Outside, please.
Don't do that. Don't. Not my wife. Please. All right. Ask the questions again. This time I'll give you the answers.
Thomas Lavelle was 38 years old. He was a well-respected man in his community. Sometimes it's like that. You can question a man for hours, and he'll never give you any information. But somewhere in every man's makeup, there's a weak point. We were lucky enough to find Lavalle's. He told us that he would give us the locations where the hijacked goods were hidden. He told us the addresses were written on the ledge of a windowsill on the 7th floor of the Teamsters Union Hall. It was 8:30 a.m. On the 7th floor, is that right?
Yeah. Do me a favor.
Don't make it too big.
Well, look, we have to walk through the hiring hall before we get to the elevators in the back.
Yeah?
These handcuffs. They'll see them, all the guys in the hall. They know me. Can't you take them off my wrists till we get in the elevator?
Sorry, Lavelle.
Well, I won't try anything, but don't make me walk in front of them with these on.
Sorry.
Just till we get in the elevator. Can't you do that? I don't want the guys to see me.
Well, here's my overcoat, Lavelle. I'll drape it over your hands here, and they won't see the cuffs. There you are. Come on.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hi.
What's new, Tom?
Not much.
Oh, that was easy.
Let's take the elevator.
Yeah.
Cigarette?
No, thanks.
Joe?
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
It's down this way. Let me show you. To the left. Window up ahead there. Yeah, this one.
I don't see anything on the windowsill.
It's on the outside. Open the window and let me check. Yeah. Let me see here.
Ben, grab him. He's trying to jump.
Get back here. Get back.
I told you here. Go!
Get him, Joe.
I can't hold him. He's pulling me out. Hold on, Ben. Grab me.
Joe. Joe.
He's slipping.
Try, Joe. Hold on.
He's kicking loose. I can't hold him.
Hold him, Joe.
Ben! I couldn't hold him.
You almost went with him.
Let's get downstairs.
What happened?
Call an ambulance. There's been an accident. Thomas Lavelle was 38 years old. He was a well-respected man in his community. He died with the same reputation. We had a prisoner who'd met his death while in our custody. In cases like this, we had to have witnesses. By the time we got to the street, the usual accident crowd had gathered.
Anybody here see the accident?
What you want, witnesses?
Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah, we saw it.
Let's get their names, Ben.
My name's Pete Garfield. This is Jack Morris. We'll be your witnesses.
You'll probably be subpoenaed for the inquest tomorrow morning.
Sure, we'll be there. We saw you push the guy out the window. We saw you kill him.
The next morning at 10 a.m. in the basement of the Hall of Justice, Harold J. Lane, Deputy Coroner, City and County of Los Angeles, read the report of the findings of the autopsy on the body of the deceased Thomas Lavelle. As is customary at a coroner's inquest, the identification witness was called to testify first.
Elizabeth Lavelle, please. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Be seated. State your name.
Elizabeth Lavelle,
What is your address?
1216 East Camarillo Drive.
What is your occupation?
I'm a housewife.
What is your relation to the deceased?
His wife.
Have you viewed the body of the deceased in this office?
Yes.
Who was the deceased?
Husband. Thomas Lavelle.
Is there anything further you wish to add? Thank you. Step down, please. Joseph Friday. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Be seated. State your name.
Joe Friday,
What is your address?
4656 Collis Avenue.
What is your occupation?
I'm a police officer in and for the City of Los Angeles.
Are you the investigating and arresting officer on this case?
I am.
Will you state briefly the facts relating to the death of the deceased?
On the morning following the arrest by us of the deceased on suspicion of grand theft merchandise, He expressed a desire to assist us in the apprehension of suspects involved in these thefts and the recovery of property taken in them.
Did he assist you?
Well, he informed us that if we took him to the Teamsters Union Hall, that he'd be able to obtain addresses of the locations where the stolen property was cached.
You then took him there.
Yes, we did.
What happened?
When we arrived, he requested us to remove his handcuffs. We refused. The deceased then informed us that the addresses were written on a window ledge on the 7th floor. When we arrived at the window, under the pretense of searching for the addresses, he threw himself over the ledge. I grabbed his left leg to restrain him, but he kicked loose.
Did you at any time have any idea that the deceased planned such action?
I did not.
What did you do then?
We immediately went to the location of the body and had an ambulance dispatched.
Do you have anything further to state?
No, I have not.
Are there any questions from the jury? That's all, Officer Friday. Step down. Peter Garfield. Raise your right hand.
Yeah.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
Be seated. State your name.
Pete Garfield.
What is your address?
1654 North Pico.
What is your occupation?
Truck driver. Down at General Warehouse.
Did you know the deceased?
Yeah.
How did you know him?
I worked with him. And that cop's a liar, and so's his buddy sitting over there.
Please confine the testimony of this inquest to facts. Were you present at the time the deceased met his death?
I told you I was. And those two cops pushed Tom out of the window.
Where were you at the time the deceased was pushed or jumped from the window?
Jack and I just left the Union Hall. We were going out the front door when it happened.
What attracted your attention?
I heard him scream. When I looked up, Tom was falling. That cop was standing at the window watching him.
Did you see the officer push him?
Yes, I saw him.
Did I understand you to say you were on the street outside the building at the time?
Yeah.
And you saw the officers push the deceased from the window on the 7th floor from your vantage point?
Yeah.
Isn't it true that that's a physical impossibility?
What is?
That you could have seen what you testified to from where you were standing?
I know they pushed him.
You know or you saw?
I know, that's all. Tom wouldn't jump out of a window.
Then it's true you didn't see the officers push the deceased out of the window?
No, I didn't see him.
Is there anything further you'd like to add?
They must have pushed him.
Any question from the jury? That's all, Garfield. Step down. Dorothy River. Raise your right hand.
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Be seated. State your name.
Dorothy River,
What is your address?
211 South Beverly Drive.
And what is your occupation?
I'm a stenographer at the Teamsters Union Hall.
Were you present the morning the deceased met his death?
I was.
State where you were and what you were doing.
I was in our office on the 7th floor doing some filing.
Please state what you witnessed.
The filing cabinet in our office is by the door. The office faces on the hallway, and the door happened to be open. I heard a commotion and looked out. I saw those two officers struggling with a man.
Did you hear any conversation?
Yes. I heard that officer there say, "Get back here, get back." The man outside the window yelled, "Let me go, let me go." This officer here, Officer Friday, said, "He's pulling me out. Hold on, Ben, grab me."
How far from the window were you?
I'd say about 15 feet.
Do you have anything else to add?
Yes. As the two policemen started downstairs, Officer Friday said to me, "Call an ambulance. There's been an accident."
Thank you, Miss River.
Those officers didn't push that man out the window. They were trying to hold him.
After hearing additional witnesses, the coroner's jury retired at 11:57 a.m. 8 minutes later, they returned with their decision. The deceased met his death voluntarily and by his own actions. The homicide detail continued the investigation of Laval's death. A week went by. With homicide working one side, we hoped that they might turn up additional leads in the hijacking case. Nothing turned up. At it seemed that with the death of Thomas Laval, our leads came to an abrupt stop. On Tuesday morning, March 16th at 9 a.m., we got a call from Chief of Detectives Ed Backstrand.
Now, once more, what about the waybills on these shipments? You checked them?
Everything we could.
Talk to everybody that handled them.
And talk to him some more. $42,000 in merchandise doesn't just disappear. Now, who's the last one to handle those waybills?
The warehouse shipping clerk.
The bills were signed and stamped. 2 hours after he filed them in his desk, they disappeared.
What about the truck drivers? You checked them out?
Talked to all of them. Nothing so far.
Nothing was missing from those shipments until they left the warehouse. Is that right?
Yeah.
And somewhere in between the warehouse and the delivery points, $42,000 worth of goods disappeared.
Somebody's got to be hijacking those loads. We know that, but how do we get to it?
Maybe they're working alone. Maybe they're working with the truck drivers. It's one of the others. Got to be.
We just hadn't lost Laval.
Well, you lost him. That doesn't close the case.
You got a suggestion?
Yeah, I got a suggestion. Crack it.
You are listening to Dragnet, authentic stories from official police files. And now, an important announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce that starting next Thursday, October 6th, Dragnet will be brought to you by Fatima Cigarettes. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, the listener, for your excellent response to our efforts in bringing you these weekly authentic presentations of actual cases from official files. Your letters are the only indications we have that Dragnet is a source of your listening pleasure. We'd like to hear from all of you.
Starting next Thursday, October 6th, over most of these same NBC stations, Dragnet will be heard weekly at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, immediately following the Supper Club. Check your newspaper for local release time.
We stayed on the job. Another week went by. No leads. We spent so much time at the general warehouse where the merchandise disappeared that we almost got to be a part of the crew. We got to know everybody. We made frequent visits to the Teamsters Union Hall, but got us nothing. On Wednesday, March 26th, we reported in for work at 8 a.m.
Friday, Romero.
Yeah, Skipper?
You fooled around just long enough. They hijacked another load last night. $38,000.
What outfit?
Same, general warehouse. Who's your contact down there?
Ray Hobart, shipping clerk.
Now hop down there right now and get the details.
Right, Ed.
There are 2 ways to solve this thing.
Yeah?
You can get those hijackers now or wait till General Warehouse goes out of business. Get on it.
Hobart, who was the shipping clerk on duty last night?
I was, working for Siggy, Siegelmeister. He's out with a cold.
And you saw the stuff was loaded on the trucks and you checked the waybill.
As usual. Everything as usual. Checked the trucks out at 2 a.m., went back to the office, filed the waybills.
You work a pretty heavy schedule, Hobart. You started at 2 a.m. and you're still on duty?
It took the last 4 hours of Siggy's shift, at 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. He had a cold. I was back here at 10 this morning to start my own shift.
When did you find out the waybills were missing on that shipment last night?
Just before I went off. Maybe 5:30, 5:45.
Well, how about the truck drivers who handled that load, Hobart? You got them?
Let's see. I got it right here.
Okay.
Here you go, Sergeant. Jack Morris and Pete Garfield.
Jack Morris and Pete Garfield were brought in for questioning. We double-checked with Homicide and found that their reports on Morris and Garfield tallied with ours. No previous records. Both men had been tailed for a reasonable length of time since their testimony at the Laval inquest. Their actions failed to implicate them. 4 days after the second hijacking, we got a tip from one of our informants down in the warehouse district. He told us that a man in a gray suit had been hanging around the coffee shop next to the Teamsters Union Hall. He was peddling nylon stockings, cheap. There had been other reports like this, which we had followed up, but none of them had paid off. Usually such leads didn't pay off, but we couldn't be sure. They had to be checked. At a few minutes before 5 that afternoon, we found the nylon salesman in the gray suit in the back booth of the coffee shop adjoining the Union Hall.
Look, Meg. Take a look. It's fine. You can't do better. 51-gauge nylon. Look good, huh?
Sure do, don't they, Joe?
Yeah, they do. We've been looking for you, Max. Some of the guys in the Union Hall said that you'd be around.
Sure, I saw lots of these around the hall. Truck drivers, just like you, buying them like crazy. Good deal.
Sure looks like it, man. How many pair can we have?
Many as you want. 4 bits a pair, you name it.
You got a couple of dozen for us?
Couple of dozen? No, not on me, but I can get them. Many as you want.
Well, we're kind of in a hurry. Can you get them for us fast?
Couple of dozen.
Better make it 3 dozen, huh, Joe?
Yeah, if you want. 3 dozen. Can you get them now?
Couple of hours I can get them. Same quality. Want to meet me here?
Oh, I don't know. We wanted them for tonight. My wife's birthday, you know.
Well, maybe an hour and a half. How's that? 3 dozen, meet you here.
Oh, look, Mac, maybe we're both heading the same direction. Can't we go with you and pick up the nylon? Save time for all of us.
No, I don't think so. No. Can't you wait? Hour and a half? How's that? Never find a better buy.
I'm sorry, Mac. I wish we had the time. Well, where do you have to go to pick up these nylons?
Oh, way out. Sunset Boulevard near Fairfax. Can't you wait? I'll make it fast.
Can't we pay you and then go out and pick them up ourselves?
Huh? No. Don't work that way. No. Can't you wait here? I'll make it fast.
We ought to be home now, Joe. Yeah, I'm sorry, mister. We'll have to skip it.
Yeah, maybe we can pick up something on the way home, Ben. Candy or something. Wife likes candy.
Now, look, fellas, I don't want to see you lose out on this deal. I'll meet you halfway.
How you mean?
Look, together we'll go out to Sunset and Fairfax, huh? Near the place. You wait there at the hamburger stand, and in 5 minutes I'll bring you the stuff, okay?
Oh, I don't know. We're late already, but... All right, it's a deal. I'll call the wife and tell her we're going to be a little later. 3 dozen, is that right?
3 dozen of the best. You can't do better.
All right, I'll be back in just a minute. Two 523.
Chief of Detectives Office, Chandler.
Mike, Joe Friday, backstrand there?
Out right now, Joe.
Well, then do me a favor, Chandler. Make it fast. Get a couple of men out to Sunset and Fairfax as fast as you can. Tell them to watch for Ben and me. You got that?
Yeah, what else?
We'll drive up in our car with another man. Ben and I will get out of the car and go in the hamburger stand. The other man will walk off. Whoever you get, tell him to follow that man. You got it?
Right.
All right. Just tail him. See where he goes, see what he does.
Okay, Joe, right away.
All set, Joe? She got dinner ready?
Yeah, just about. We better hustle.
Sure. Best deal in the world. Let's go.
At 5 minutes to 6, we pulled up at the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Fairfax. It was almost dark. Ben and I got out of the car and started over for the hamburger stand on the corner. We caught a glimpse of Barcy and Kaplan, one of our detective cars, parked in a gas station on the opposite corner. They had their eyes on our man. When the traffic signals changed, the man crossed the street and headed down Fairfax. Barcy and Kaplan waited a minute, and then they took off after him. He turned at the next corner and disappeared from sight. Ben and I ordered a cup of coffee, and we sat down to wait. At 6:30, we were still waiting. At 5 minutes to 7, I went across the street to the drugstore and called the office. Barcy and Kaplan hadn't been heard from. Their car, 105K, was not acknowledging calls. I had my call switched from communications to Backstrand's office.
Well, they lost him Friday. I don't know how they lost him, but they lost him.
Well, who's out there now?
Sullivan and Whitney took a detail out there. They're combing the neighborhood right now.
Well, how did it happen? A man just doesn't disappear into thin air.
That's what I keep telling you about that stuff that's been hijacked.
The search for the nylon salesman went on all that night and most of the next day. From his description, we ran a make on him. No previous record. He had disappeared completely. We were right back where we'd started from. The only thing we could do was to start backtracking, re-questioning the people at General Warehouse, the truck drivers, the shipping clerks. We kept a close check on Garfield and Morris, and we went back to the only possible lead still remaining, Mrs. Laval. She could tell us nothing more than we already knew. When we left her, we started on the neighbors for the second time around. For the rest of the day, we canvassed the immediate neighborhood. We got as many opinions of the Lavals as they had neighbors. At 3:30 that afternoon, we visited with Miss Gertrude Langster, a 50-year-old maiden lady who lived almost directly across the street from the Laval house. She'd been out of town the first time we covered the neighborhood.
The old saying goes, Sergeant, there's no fool like an old fool. Oh, say, if I told you the chances I had when I was a girl.
Yeah, but we just...
not truck drivers like that. Laval man, God rest his soul. But fine, wealthy men, bankers, lawyers. Templeton Grant, you remember him?
No,
banker.
ma'am.
I was engaged to him once. Butterfly waist. That's what he used to call me. Well, I was slim in those days. Would you like to see some pictures of me as a girl?
No, thank you, ma'am. We'd just like to ask you a few questions, that's all.
Could you tell us if the Lavals had many visitors to their house in the past 6 months or so?
Oh, my no. Funniest thing, I am the nosy type, Sergeant. I like to know everything that goes on around my neighborhood, and you can take my word for it, the Lavals never had visitors. You know, Sergeant Friday, you remind me of a young man I used to be engaged to just a few years ago.
Yes, Miss Langston.
Now, would you tell us, please? Did you have any reason to think that there was something a little out of the ordinary about the Laval?
Oh, little out of the ordinary, he says, but my dear man, yes. Here he was, a truck driver, and there she was with a home furnished like the Astors. Why, I even used to see him cart some of the things home in that car, his beautiful things, rugs and glassware, bolts of fabric. Oh, gorgeous.
And he'd bring these things home after work. Is that it, Miss Langston?
Anytime, day or night, weekends, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
After 4, Joe, we better call office.
Yeah. Now, are you sure of all that you've told us, Miss Langster?
Sure. Oh, my dear man, of course I'm sure. I watched him week after week.
Well, thank you.
Won't you stay for a cup of tea? I'll have Josephine fix it. Josephine?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Well, then, perhaps a glass of sherry?
Thank you, no. But there is something.
Yes?
I wonder if we could use your phone, please.
Oh, yes. In the hall, next to the umbrella stand.
Thank you, ma'am.
City Hall.
2523.
2523.
Thanks, Trent.
Friday, Ed. Nothing much here.
Well, there's something here. Barcy and Kaplan just called. Pete Garfield left his house half an hour ago. Then he picked up Morris.
What's so unusual about that?
Nothing, except the guy driving the car is the little man in the gray suit, the nylon salesman. Barcy and Kaplan are tailing him.
Where are they now?
Headed north out Riverside Drive.
Well, there's nothing out there but a golf course and a lot of riding stables.
I don't care what they do for recreation. Go get them.
With red light and siren, it took us 12 minutes to pick up Barcy and Kaplan on Riverside Drive. At 4:23 p.m., we pulled up in front of the Blue Pony riding stables. Barcy and Kaplan's car was overturned just beyond the driveway leading up to the riding academy.
Kaplan's hurt. I called an ambulance. They rammed us.
What kind of a car are they in?
They switched. They're driving a 12-ton Bulldog semi.
Which way they head?
Going north. Got a 3-minute lead on you. Pneumatic commercial. Adam 653.
Let's go, Ben.
Can you see him, Joe?
No, not yet. Watch that crossing.
Up ahead, Joe. That's a semi. Can you read it?
Wait a minute. Adam 653. That's them.
Took a right on Lancashire.
Don't lose them.
They're pushing that semi too hard.
Look at that trailer sway.
They'll have to stay on Lancashire. They're going too fast to turn now.
Traffic's closing in up ahead of them.
They better not turn.
That's what they're doing.
Look at that trailer whip. They're going over.
Into that storefront. Come on, Ben.
You all right?
Wait a minute. Let me see. Yeah, they're banged up, but they're alive.
There they are, Joe.
Yeah.
Garfield, Morris, little man in a gray suit.
It's funny, isn't it?
What's that?
Garfield's going to swear we pushed that truck through that window.
The story you have just heard is true. Only the names were changed to protect the innocent.
Peter Garfield, Jack Morris, and John Dolfo, the stocking salesman, were hospitalized and later brought to trial. They were convicted on charges of grand theft and received sentences as prescribed by law. They are now serving their terms in the state penitentiary. You have just heard the 18th in a new series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice for Dragnet comes from the Office of Acting Chief of Police W.A. Wharton, Los Angeles Police Department.
Tonight's program is dedicated to motorcycle officer Elmer Forsman of the Fresno, California Police Department, who on the afternoon of October 6, 1946, gave his life so that yours might be more secure.
Remember, starting next Thursday night, October 6th, Fatima Cigarettes invite you to listen to Dragnet immediately following the Supper Club. That's 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over most of these same NBC stations. Check your newspaper for local release time. Dragnet came to you from Los Angeles.
Judy Canova joins the star lineup of Saturday shows tonight on NBC.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Check, job. Fuck it.
How you doing? Hey there, hey there. Good morning, you freaks, you weirdos. Ah, yeah. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Once again, I'm living on too much sleep here. Too much sleep. Getting a little kooky. Getting a little kooky. Totally kooky barooky. Well, how is everyone out there in YouTube land? Here. Yeah, I'm eating pumpkin pie here. I'm out of cereal bars. Good morning. What happens if I turn on this other light? I get a little more light. No wedgie. No wedgie. Ah, see? And there you go. But now I got that bright light in my eyes, so I'm going to turn it off. There we go. There you go, there, eh? There you go. No wedgie, no wedgie, no wedgie. Well, I made turkey yesterday. I made a 10.5-pound turkey. Sent a giant plate full of food next door to the neighbor. We all sat around a table here and had Thanksgiving dinner together. Hey, good morning, Joey. What's going on, dude? How was your day yesterday? Did you get stuffed? Go get stuffed. I'm glitchy. I'm glitchy on my monitor. I don't know if I'm glitchy out there in YouTube land, but I'm glitchy here. Son of a glitch. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem to be any technical reason why I should be glitchy here. Probably just my phone. Yeah. Cool. I couldn't sleep last. It's hard to get to sleep last night because this house still smelled like food. Right? I kept getting up, looking around, going, did I leave something cooking? Man, this place is just smelling like food. Yeah. Well, what's your favorite pie, Joey? What's your favorite pie? You like the pie, right? Hey, it's a pizza pie. Favorite pie. I'm a pie guy. I'll do any kind of pie. Really? Except for hair pie. No! Now, I love me some apple pie. I like the Dutch apple pie with the crumbs and stuff over the top. I like the laced, braided top. See, pumpkin pie. See, that's one of my favorites right there, pumpkin. I love a sweet potato pie. You ever had sweet potato pie? My wife makes a beautiful sweet potato pie. We didn't have time to do it this year. But if she makes a sweet potato pie, that's like, I can just sit and eat that. There's this, You didn't have any desserts yesterday. Well, now is the time for dessert, baby. Morning time is a perfect time for a piece of pie. We got 2 pies, pumpkin pie and Dutch apple pie. The Dutch apple pie we like to cut into pieces and put in the toaster oven to just bake, right? And oh, it just comes out just beautiful. Cherry pie is okay. Let's see what other kinds of blueberry pie. A chocolate pie. That is some good stuff. A chocolate pie. I haven't had a chocolate pie in like forever. And it's not pudding. It's not mousse. It's just a nice, thick, heavy, dense, creamy, chocolatey filling. I'd probably have to look into a 1970s cookbook to find a recipe for something like that. In fact, I'm going to have to dig up my cookbook here pretty quick, because I'm going to get back into the household management job. I am going to go back to basics. Yesterday was good. Yesterday was good. We worked on that turkey together. We got all the other fixings done together. It was awesome. It was awesome. Awesome sauce. That's enough. No desserts. That's like criminal. I'm so into dessert. The night before Thanksgiving, I cut that pumpkin pie open. It was like I didn't have anything for dinner on Wednesday night, so I just cut a big wedge of pie, like a quarter of the pie, and a big tall glass of milk, and that was my dinner Wednesday night. Last night, I had a piece of pie before I went to sleep. I just left the last piece of pie in there when I cut this one off. So there's one last piece of pumpkin pie, which I think we're probably going to get more because I love pumpkin pie. Sweet potatoes are going to go on sale. So all the extra sweet potatoes should be going for a really good price. So I'll see if she can pick up a couple and do us a sweet potato pie over the weekend. There's a movie from an Isaac Asimov story called I, Robot, right? Will Smith. Yeah. The one truality in that movie is when he's walking down the street and he's eating a big old sweet potato pie that his Grams made for him, right? And he's like, he's got to go chase a criminal robot, what he thinks is a criminal robot. And he's like, hands his pie to someone, hold the pie, sir, I got to go hold it or wear it. You know, it's like, dude, what, are you going to come all the way back here for your pie? The dude's not going to be there. He's going to set your pie down. He's going to fucking walk off, dude. You best take that pie and start running. Freeze, motherfucker. Don't make me drop my pie, motherfucker. Because that's what I'd do. There's no way I'd give my pie to somebody else, right? Yeah. I'm pretty wiped out from yesterday. Of course, I got too much sleep. On top of that, I uploaded all of the stuff that David and I had recorded the other day while we were out at the swap meet Saturday. And I took a few things and I edited together some little snippets. I put together 18 seconds of everything that we recorded on Saturday. I put together 18 seconds. Now, granted, it's only going to be like a 2.5 minute music video. It's a short song. So 18 seconds is quite a bit, right? 18 seconds here, 10 seconds there, 30 seconds there, right? It turns into an actual video. So I'm going to have to see if he is going to be up for the swap meet this weekend. And are we going to be doing any more shooting there? Or are we going to do shooting other places? I'd like to get a shot inside of like Stater Brothers. Mainly because it's a Southern California staple. Just like that swap meet was a local staple. Just like we're going to use Bush in a portion of the video because he's a local icon. I'm hoping to get access to the music, the actual music. I can watch it on YouTube and I can listen to it here and there, but I can't download it and use it and manipulate it in my videos from there. So I need to get it on thumb drive so that I actually have it physically, so that I can do what I need to do. Because I can put it over on YouTube and hit play and listen to it while I'm doing stuff. But until I can start lining up music and dropping, video camera changes with downbeats and shit, I need to have more data. I need the music. So we'll see where that gets us. But I'll more than likely send him a message today and say, okay, well, come see me. Meet me at the swap meet or in town or wherever we're going to shoot videos. Let's do this again. Shoot a bunch more video. And if we get enough video shot, then I can start piecing together an actual video. Right? I'm really pleased with the little 18-second blurb that I've put together so far. And it was like, okay, let me just see what I could do, right? And so I grabbed some video and I trimmed it out and I stacked it with a bunch of other, two other sections of video, and started chopping and manipulating the video. The stuff that I thought out while we were shooting, I brought home that video and actually created what I had imagined when we shot the video, right? So it worked. It actually worked. I'm quite pleased with the little 18 seconds, and I literally took like 15 or 20 minutes of video and squashed it down into 18 seconds, trimmed and chopped and squashed and shoehorned. But it worked. And it's 18 seconds of magic, and I can't wait to do another and another and another. Some of the stuff I'm going to use as it is at the speed and the quality that it is. Some of it I'm going to really manipulate and enhance and alter and add effects and speed up or slow down or whatever. Yeah. I'm just placed as punch. Placed as punch. Should like your punch. Wake and take your punch. AI. I'm going to start messing around with AI. I don't know. I don't know why not, right? I finished creating all of the Dimension X episodes, which is only going to take me through December, really. Not even all of December. 45, 46, 12, 30. It's going to take me into the first week, halfway through the first week of January. I already need to find a replacement show. I did the replacement show for Nero Wolfe, that's Sam Spade, but I still need a replacement show for Dimension X. I'd like to find something that's like 5 parts, like a little mini-series, and do something like that. I think Journey to the Center of the Earth might be 5 parts. I'll have to check. I may stick something in the last couple days of the week after Dimension X, kind of as a filler, so that when I come back on Monday, I'm starting a new series. You know, I'm going to heat up my coffee and then do a bunch of bong hits, because I need it. So, yeah. See, yesterday I did make quite a few things from scratch. What I did not make from scratch were dinner rolls. I did not make dinner rolls. We did not have dinner rolls. There were no dinner rolls present. That's it. Things happen. Like my wife forgot to pick up celery, so there was no celery in the stuffing. It was just onions in the stuffing. But that's okay, because I like to cover my stuffing with gravy. So it was still nice. It was nice. Let's see. Mashed potatoes were good. The gravy, I made homemade gravy. I used all of the drippings from the turkey and strained them out through a screen so that it wasn't chunks of stuff, like stuffing and things in there. So I made some roux with not cornstarch but masa, and just kept mixing it and mixing it and mixing it and heating it up and mixing it until it wasn't lumpy anymore. And then my wife chopped up the turkey liver, really small pieces, and we added that to the gravy. That was really, really good. Good turkey meaty liver gravy. Yeah, it was mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, turkey, cranberry sauce, and green bean casserole, and sweet potatoes, yams. That was it. No corn, no rolls or bread or anything. It was really good. It was really good. We all helped in preparing it and setting up the table, and it was great. It was fun. It was fun. So my thing is, I'm going to try to continue that with as many meals as I can during the week. Create a meal, set the table, have everybody in. It was so weird yesterday, all of us sitting together at a table. We never do that unless we're out somewhere else. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. We watched an episode of Frasier while we were eating. The new Frasier. Funny show. Funny show. It's I think the last episode that we watched, the first one of this season, was directed by James Burrows, of course, from Cheers and Taxi fame. I believe he had a hand in on Wings as well. He directed multiple episodes of all of these shows. He directed almost every episode entirely of Cheers. He was only absent a few episodes of Cheers. I know Coach, the actor who played Coach, I can't remember his name. He was actually a very accomplished director, that actor who played Coach on Cheers. A very, very good director. And so he directed an episode or two of Cheers, but he directed a lot of drama television back in the 70s. He directed this shitload out of TV back in the 70s. And it's just amazing that you only saw him once in a while as an actor back in the 70s and stuff, because he was behind the camera. But it's amazing to me to watch him on Cheers and think, my gosh, where was he hiding himself all of these years? He is one funny fucking dude, right? I mean, he lived out his last days on that show, right? That show was his last big thing. And Coach, that character, was all that actor. God, what was his name? Oh, anybody? Coach on Cheers? What was his name? Now, don't Google it. You got to use your memories. That's the key. You got to use the memories. Memories. Shut up. I took it. Shut up. Hey, just shut up. My mind. Shut up. Misty watercolor memory. Oh, that's that song. Misty, right? Play Misty for me. Clint Eastwood. It's like Thanksgiving, and I've just had, I think it was the Iger sanction, right, on. Nobody was around, so I was sitting here by myself doing computer stuff, listening to the food cooking in there, and smell it and going, And so I thought, all right, well, I'm going to put on the Iger sanction and see how, see if it's what I remember. And so they're going through the opening credits, like, ooh, George Kennedy. All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch anything with George Kennedy in it. Just a great, funny, classic actor. I mean, he does anything, right? Let's see. You remember him as a sergeant on the movie The Dirty Dozen, right? Where he kind of rides along to watch to see if the war games that they're doing is going along correctly, right? And I remember him falling off a Jeep and then running up to a tent and laughing when he saw what the guys had been doing, right? I mean, he's just such a serious guy. He did all of the airplane movies, all the airport movies, right? He played the main airport guy, the guy who took care of all the planes, took care of all the runways, and that, what was his name? Something with Petroni. His name was Petroni, last name Petroni. But he could do really, really funny stuff. He did Police Squad with, what's that guy? Lieutenant Frank Drebin. Leslie Nielsen, right? He did Police Squad with Leslie Nielsen. He did the Naked Gun TV, the Naked Gun movies, Naked Gun 1, 2, and 3 with Liam Neeson. Of course, O.J. Simpson was in those as well. I just watched a movie, was it yesterday or the day before, with O.J. Simpson in it. It was yesterday, I believe. And let's see, it was one of those spy movies. Okay, it had tall guy, big teeth, arthritis, Lee Marvin. No, not Lee Marvin. Oh, crap. What the hell is his name? Anyway. So O.J. Simpson is this guy's pal. And the Sophia Loren was in the movie as well. And, you know, I'm not a... I don't mean to degrade women in any way when I talk about boobies, because I'm just a booby guy. I mean, you know, people wearing those shirts that say boobies and pink, and my daughter has a wristband that says boobies on it. You know, I've always been a boobies guy, right? And maybe because I'm a boob. But Sophia Loren in this movie, she's in her 50s, right? She's my age, right? And she's wearing these see-through, really sheer tops that are like almost when you're up standing there in person with her, I mean, how could you not like see what's going on right under her shirt? And on camera, it's just wow. Sophia Loren in her 50s had perfect breasts, perfect. They could put your eye out, they were so pointy, right? I mean, this lady has probably never worn a bra in her entire life. Her breasts are so perfect, right? They were like at attention the whole time in that movie. And I'm talking like no under boob, right? No lifting up the boob to hide something underneath. There was like none of that. They literally, boobs went straight out and out to points. I mean, I was like, how does that happen in your 50s? How do you keep perfect breasts like that? And I can't even, mine are, you know, pretty saggy here. And I believe the key is don't wear a bra. Right? Do not wear a bra. Bras are made for men because men are perverts and they can't handle seeing women's jiggly breasts, so they invented bras. Bras are horrible for women's breasts. They're horrible. The underwire, once you start wearing a bra all the time, it creates that sag in your breast. It pushes it up here and creates it and makes it sag down, all right? If you have larger breasts, they are going to do that. Gravity is going to pull them down anyway, right? But if you are naturally with small breasts, don't wear a bra, because if you wear a bra, you will cause them to sag. You will cut into the underside of your breasts, and you will... Why is a guy talking to me about my boobies? Because I'm a booby guy. I love boobies. My daughter, she doesn't wear a bra, right? She's heard me talk over and over and over again about the stupidity of bras, right? And she doesn't have these giant over-the-shoulder knocker things that she's got to, you know, puts big slings on, you know. So it's not an issue for her. And I'm quite happy that she doesn't, and that she, you know, that she is going to actually go through life with the way that your body is supposed to be, right? Rather than forced demography, right? It's like, you know, you got to wear a bra because you're a girl. Bullshit. I got to wear a jock strap because I'm a guy? No. All guys don't wear jock straps. Why all women wear bras, right? And if you're going to wear a bra, wear something that is specifically designed for your shape and body size, right? Some women need the support of underwire and straps and all of that. Some women don't. Some women need something in between, like a sports bra, just a tighter shirt, right? But mostly, it's for men. Men created all of these things for women to wear hundreds of years ago because men were like, oh my God, she's got jiggly boobs, I'm getting a boner, right? Cover thyself. I can see your nipplage. Big fucking deal. Grow up, control yourself, and leave the fucking women alone. Jeez, you know, just because you can't control your hormones doesn't mean we have to bind women up in all of these, you know, fucking shielded clothes just so we can't see them, you know. Men are the problem. Women's boobs bouncing around are not the problem. It's men who cannot handle the sight of women's boobs bouncing around without fucking wanting to grope onto something, you know. It's men that need to fucking grow the hell up, you know. Give me a break. I mean, when I was young and, you know, in puberty and in my youth, right? Sure. I could be a little forward in my appreciation of the boob, you know. I think the most aggressive thing I did in the boob situation was I used to challenge girls to arm wrestle, right? And I'd let them win, of course, but the whole idea of challenging a girl to arm wrestle was when you're doing this, you're like right up on the girl and you're like right down her top, right? I mean, I used to see so much cleavage, right? And that was about as perverse as I would get. Unless, of course, I was with a girl, then, you know, oh my gosh. I probably lost a lot of girlfriends because I was a little too, you know, but when you grow up around sex and perversion all the time, and your old man works in a pornography magazine place, and you're all often taken to work, and you're around hippies all the time, and they like to run around naked and do it wherever, and it, you know, hey kid, come watch, you know, so, growing up that way, it was really hard. I mean, difficult. It was really difficult to fit in when your sexual prowess is like way over here and everybody else is still fiddling around over here with kid stuff, you know, and you're like, you know, and they're talking about, yeah, we're going to do this, and yeah, and I did this to this chick, and I'm like, yeah, so what? So freaking what? I saw that shit when I was fucking 6 years old. I saw enough of that. By 10 years old, I was, you know, like, no more sex, please. 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 So, you know, by the time I got to, like, dating age, puberty age, everybody else is going through puberty, and I'm like, oh, get me the hell out of here, right? They're all thinking about, you know, feeling a girl up, and I'm thinking about way more carnal knowledge than that, you know. Most of my friends had no clue what was going on, and I did. And you can't try to talk to somebody your own age about stuff that's like a couple of generations above you. It just makes you look like a fucking freak, right? You start talking about stuff that they have no clue what you're talking about, and they're like, dude, you're scaring me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was quite the perv. I had a few I did things with a few girlfriends that were like, they were probably like, oh my God, who the hell is this guy? What am I, in a porno? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Arg. I need a light over here. That's what I need. I need some kind of light in this corner here. Maybe a hanging light. That'd be nice. I don't know. My room here is still a shambles because everything's been on hold for Thanksgiving, and the couch and the light and everything. But everything's rocking and rolling now. A rocking in and a rolling in and a rocking in and a rolling in. And then we can go like this, and we can see that, ooh, That room is kind of dormant except for the lava lamp in the corner and the camera in the other corner. And the little floaty flying. You know what? I try to look for the floaty flying things here, and I can't see them, except for a little dust. Is it dust? That's crazy looking. That's crazy. I'm trying to where the hell was that flying floaty thingy here? I don't know. Was it real? Was it dust? Was it on my eye? Is it like some fuzzy on my eyelash? Ah, jeez. Ah. Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and drink coffee and do bong hits all morning. The wife informs me that we don't have anything going on today, which means hopefully I'll be able to get this room put together. Maybe she'll want to go out and we'll find us a bookshelf. That'd be nice. I could really use a bookshelf. I've got this bookshelf thing over here with the cubicles, right? The little cubes where you put records, right? 13 by 13 cubes. I've got an 8 one that's standing up. I've got the bottom 4 are records. The top 4 are books and notebooks and that kind of crap, magazines. I need to make 6 of them LPs, and the top 2 I think I need to make into cubby holes for things, right? But I need all of my books and notebooks over here. I need them behind me. I need them so I can reach around, grab a notebook, and then use it and then put it back, right? I just need it right here. Organization. That's the key to my channel right now, is organization. Trying to keep track of everything that I'm uploading, everything I've uploaded, everything I want to upload. Keeping track of the videos that I'm creating, or that I want to create, or that I have created. It's rough because I'm just one guy, but I got like a million things going on. Just a million things going on. A million things going on. I'm going to heat that up really. I'm going to heat it up so good. I'm going to say, oh my God, it's too hot. Good morning, Big Dog. Big Dog's up. Wow. I feel pretty good for feeling pretty shitty, right? I mean, probably the least infirmed part of my body is probably my brain, and it ain't none too good, but it's like I can still think and think about things and create and imagine, and if I don't have to do much more past using my hands to do these things, I can accomplish quite a bit. When I have to use more of my physicality, my body, it becomes more difficult, more painful. Yeah, I got shit going on that, man, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Right? Because if I got a worst enemy, it's because they don't like me. Right? I don't have any inclination of giving anyone who considers me an enemy the satisfaction of my emotion, right? My involvement. Once you have put yourself into that category of being an enemy or someone that I dislike, I'm not going to give you any more time, right? It's like you're done. You're gone. You don't exist anymore. I got no time to deal with putting energy into hate or dislike or any of that, right? So I just write you off. And then I don't have to expend all that energy into emotion that I don't need to have in me, right? I don't need to live through all of that emotion just because you're a fucking schmuck, right? It's like, just go on, go away, and let's just part. And then I don't have to deal with it anymore, right? If I see that person, what the fuck do I care, you know? They're just a stranger, right? So yeah, I think it's pointless at this stage in life to just put any energy into being an enemy or having an enemy, right? We either do or we don't. We're either going to get along or we ain't, you know? We're either friends or we're not. We either know each other or we don't. You know, it's either a yes or a no. That's all there is anymore, you know? It's pointless to put all that energy into that emotion, negative emotion, right? For no purpose. What's it going to do? You know, are they going to get a kick out of it? Well, what's that going to do for you? You know? If that's all they do is exude negative energy to try to get that in other people, and they cultivate that, and they live off of that, and they feed off of that, well, what the fuck does that do for me, right? And why would I even want to associate with people who are like that, right? Who just constantly have to have this drama going on, right? Psst. I don't need it. I don't fucking need it, man. Pardon me, I had to sneeze there. I had to hit the sneeze button. Holy hell. That was a good one, yeah. That was a fucking good one, yeah. There it is. Yeah. Well, that was a happy Thanksgiving. It was small. It was just my wife and my daughter and myself and our little dogs. And of course we took food to the neighbor, because that's, you know, what you're supposed to do. That's what everybody should do. It doesn't take much to think about somebody else. You know, he's right there. You know, it's like we're right here. How could you not help out someone who's living right next door to you, and you know that they're having trouble, or that they're infirmed, or they're physically unable to do things? How could you not just, you know, what does it take a whole lot to go out of your way a couple of minutes every couple of days? I mean, that's basically it, right? Every once in a while we make some food, and it's like, ooh, this is a lot of food and it's really good, and let's send some next door, right? Look, honey, the neighbor's put his trash out. be sure to stop by and get his trash. You know. God, he's walking much better, moving around much better since we put that new bed in his house. You know, it makes you feel good. You know, when another human benefits by you caring a little bit, and they benefit a lot. Where's the negativity in that? You know, it's a win-win. It's a full-blown payoff. Yeah. You know, there are people, neighbors, that I wouldn't expend not one grain of energy to help them. I would not go out of my way to do anything for some of these people, right? If they were to ask me for help, I would give it freely, no problem. But I'm not going to go out of my way to go up to somebody and say, hey, do you need, or would you like, you know, fuck that. Some people you don't. You know, there are people here in the park where it would be like, they just need to stay the fuck away from me most of the time. If they come up to me and they're in a situation and they need my help, I'm there, right? Regardless of how I feel about them personally, has nothing to do with you know, socially, community-wise. It has nothing to do with any of that, you know. You don't have to like someone to fucking help them. You don't have to like someone to care about their life and how they're physically feeling, you know. I'm not going to pay somebody's fucking bills for them, you know. But I might help them figure out a way to pay their bill. You know, I might figure out a way to get them food. You know, I'll give you a free meal, but then you got to figure out how to get that next meal yourself. I can help you do that, but I ain't going to feed you every fucking day. Been there, done that. And no more taking in stray humans either. Ugh. I did my piece, you know. I paid back all of those people who took me in when I was young, growing up, and all of those families and friends and people that took me into their house and took care of me and fed me and clothed me and made sure I was happy and healthy and clean. And I think I've paid back into that just by trying to help one of my friends for like a year and a half, you know. So I'm not going to say I'm not going to help anybody else ever again, but I ain't going to do it that way. I did it. I helped out the best I could. It was moot because the guy was an idiot. But I paid that bill. I wish I could have paid that bill with somebody who was more appreciative and more willing to do for themselves. But what do you do? You know, you pick a bum fucking tweaker to help, and that's what you get. You get bum fucking tweaked. I don't feel bad for having helped or having tried to help. I feel bad because they did not see the good, right? They did not see the opportunity. That one person had all the opportunity in the world to get his shit together here at my expense, and all he did was fuck me over at my expense. All right, I'm not going to go into this anymore. That guy's gone. He's out of my life. Dead as far as I'm concerned, which is really unfortunate. That sucks. But you live, you learn. You know, sometimes you can't go home. You just can't, as much as you want to. As much as you want to make that friendship last forever, you know. Sometimes they just got a short shelf life, you know. And you know what's really a bummer is that he's still got everybody else bamboozled. He's still, of course, his family knows who the fuck he is, and which is why they didn't want to help him, and which is why I did. But he's still got everybody else bamboozled. You know, poor little baby, poor little guy. You know, he's got it so rough. He makes it rough on himself, and he don't fucking realize that. You know, I realized that about myself. I was making it rough for myself most of my life. And I figured out how to make it easier on myself and still get shit done. And I tried to impart that on him. All he wanted was fucking drama. All he wanted was for it to be fucking rough. You know? If there's all kinds of drama, then there's all kinds of reasons and excuses for shit not to go your way, right? Because you create all this fucking bullshit around you. You know, fucking drama queen. And it's like, dude, I don't fucking do that shit. I don't do drama, you know. Fucking drama. Dude, fucking, I don't do drama, man. You know. But when you're on the shit, when all you can think about is fucking your next fucking gack, then, yeah, your life is going to always be about fucking drama. Because you're never going to be able to fucking center yourself. Never be able to fucking find that peace. Because you're always fucking gacked out, tweaked, you know? Looking for that next fucking high, that next fucking bit of drama. Pfft. Fucking drama. And, you know, unfortunately, his whole fucking life has been like that. His whole fucking life, his family, just fucking raging drama queens, you know? Whatever. Unfortunate. I'm not perfect. I'm a perfect asshole, if anything else. Perfectly fucking usable. Just too nice. I'm just too nice. I'm a nice guy, you know. I'm the biggest asshole in the world, but I'm the nicest guy in the world, too. And you take advantage of my niceness and you find out what kind of an asshole I can be. Period. And I don't want to find out what kind of an asshole I can be. I want to find out how nice I can be. You know, what's the nicest I can possibly, what's the most I can possibly do for someone. And instead, I never make it there. I always wind up being the asshole. I don't want to be the asshole. I never wanted that relationship to end like that. You know? Certainly not. I had big plans for our relationship. He couldn't see it. All he could see was the end of his nose and piece of foil or whatever however the fuck he was fucking doing it. But I know the fucker was doing it in my home. So good riddance before I had a chance to confront him. I did, you know. I said, damn it, I don't want to know. Even though I'm pretty sure that you have been. If I found out for sure, I'd bury you out in the fucking desert. I told him straight to his fucking face. You know. And he knew he was. And he knew that he was going against everything that I was by doing that shit in my house. And I told him not to bring it with him, and he did anyway. And as much as I wanted to pretend it wasn't happening, it was happening. And I was just getting fucking used. And now he's off using somebody else, shitting in somebody else's fucking pool, you know, pretending he's a good guy and that he's straightening up and he's doing all this, all the while, you know, his blood is fucking crystallized. Fucking tweakers. And you can say all you want about addicts and it's, you know, it's a disease. It ain't a fucking disease, man. You choose to fucking do it. You can build up all the bullshit around it that you want, but you chose that. You chose that. It didn't choose you. It didn't come along and say, hey, you, I want you. And you're just, No. You chose that life. You know, you can choose to leave that life and get some help, or you can choose to fucking stay in it. Period. You know? It isn't a sickness. You are the sickness because you won't give it up. You refuse to give it up. You know, it doesn't have a hold on you. You got to fucking hold on it. Let go of it. You know, I don't believe all the propaganda bullshit that has been programmed into us about, you know, insurance companies and rehab and all of the qualifying circumstances and you know, the correct language that you have to use. Bullshit. You're a fucking junkie. You're an addict. You put that shit on yourself. Sure, there are other circumstances that caused you to do this, but they caused you to fucking do it. You, not, you know. You continue to fucking do it. You continue to do it, right? Make a choice. Make a choice. Grow some fucking testicles up inside your ass and go out and make a fucking change. I need help. We're here to help you. You know, I really need help. You know, I got no will. I can't say no. Fucking then get help. Say I can't say no. You know, I need to figure this out. You know, many people who are addicted are because they want to be. They enjoy that shit. I'm not addicted to marijuana. I smoke this shit because I fucking love it. You know? Because I love to fucking do it. A lot of people love to smoke cigarettes. It's their thing, man. Fucking smoking. Oh, fucking cigarettes, you know? Fucking Maddie on 1975. The guy is fucking, just loves fucking cigarettes, you know? He loves to do a lot of different things. You know, does he blame other people's and call himself an addict? No, he just loves to fucking do this shit. He recognizes that he loves to do bad things. Big fucking deal. A lot of people do. You know, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just because you love to do this or that, you know, and they want to categorize it as a bad thing, doesn't make you a bad person. You know, there's a lot of addicts out there who are not bad people. They're not even addicts. They just love to fucking do it. You know? Some things can be addictive, but fucking tell me what isn't. Fucking cheeseburgers are addictive. Soda pop, you know, watching the news. Come on, all of these everything that they throw at us is fucking addictive. Why? So they can keep fucking selling us this shit. You know, they tell us that it's wrong to do these things, wrong to take drugs, and it's why? So they can get us into these fucking rehab centers and fucking charge us $1 million fucking dollars. Or better yet, rape our insurance companies, who are just going to in turn rape us. You know? No, I don't go in for that fucking bullshit that they fucking try to feed on us. You either want to or you don't. You're either going to get some help to stop doing it because you ain't got no fucking self-control, or you're just going to keep fucking doing it because you got no self-control, or you just love to fucking do it. You know? He beats off 24 times a fucking day. You know, he's not addicted. He just fucking enjoys it. Big fucking deal. Leave the guy alone. Let him fucking beat off. Let him fucking smoke crack if that's what he wants to fucking do. If he wants to smoke crack until he fucking dies, let him fucking do that. If he doesn't want to, at some point he's going to try to get some help. He's going to say, oh, please, somebody help me. Please, somebody make me stop. Well, then fucking help the guy. If he ain't doing that, if he's like, oh, man, give me some more crack. I love this shit. I want to die doing this shit. Then let him fucking go there. You know? What the fucking problem is? You know? People have to control other people. That's what the problem is. You know? And then we build up fucking bureaucracies around the fucking control. And then what? Then we're categorized and we're labeled. And then we're called addicts, and we're shoved into a fucking rehab center. And they don't want to be there. They want to be out smoking crack. Let them fucking go out and smoke crack. Give them crack and let them smoke crack until they die. Right? We've got enough people on the fucking planet now that we don't really need to worry too much about people who want to go down that road. The people who don't want to go down that road, we help them. We worry about them. The people who just want to fucking keep cracking out, speeding out, tweaking out, let them fucking do it. You know? Who are we to tell them that's not the way for you? Maybe it is the way for them. Maybe at some point this guy's going to stop smoking crack on his own because he had a great epiphany and he's going to save the world. Some great crackhead is going to save. Who fucking knows? Let the people do what the fuck they want to do. You know, at some point they're either going to want to change or not to change. You know, Control. That's what it all comes down to. Control. You're not allowed to do that because I don't like the way when you do that. It makes the rest of humanity look bad. Fuck you. You and your war makes humanity look bad. Putting guns in every other person's fucking hand and sending them somewhere else to kill people, that makes us look bad, right? Smoking crack on the beach with somebody because that's what you feel like doing, that don't make us look bad, right? Go to fucking Amsterdam and, you know, that's the model for how we are going to be here now. And look, we got pot shops on every fucking corner. Why? Because people should be able to do what the fuck they want to do, you know? Don't let kids do it. And don't let fucking, you know, the morons fucking do it because they can't control themselves, you know. Who are we to say who's a fucking moron and who isn't? Fuck them. Let the whole fucking world do whatever the fuck they want to do, you know. As long as you're only doing it to you and it don't fucking affect anybody else, fine, you know. Don't let crackheads drive school buses, fine. Drug test the motherfuckers. You're a crackhead. You can't drive a school bus. You can drive an Uber, but you can't drive a school bus. Yeah, that's true, because they don't drug test fucking Uber drivers. You can get in the car with an Uber driver and he could be fucking wasted drunk. Fucking high on fucking crack, methamphetamines, on fucking mushrooms or acid. You know? Nobody drug tests fucking Uber drivers, right? No. Not that I know of. At some point, we're going to realize that there's enough people on this planet to let people do whatever the fuck they want to do as long as it doesn't affect the people around them. Right? It should be okay for people to die because that's what people do. We are born to live and then die. We're not born to live and go on forever. Most people think that they're going to go on forever, i.e. religion. But it just ain't going to work that way. Let people live and die the way they want to fucking live and die. Quit trying to control our fucking souls, you know? And quit trying to control our lives in the fucking here and now. People want to do shit to themselves. Let them fucking do shit, right? People are covered in tattoos, are covered in piercings, right? Are doing all kinds of fucking shit to themselves that's legal, right? Why is the illegal, right? When the legal stuff is just as fucking harmful as the illegal stuff, right? You got legal crack, right? All these energy drinks, all of these things that get you all pumped up, right? They could give you roid rage, right? There's so many things right now on the market that are legal that are so fucking harmful. And so they're going to tell us that we can't do a few harmful illegal things? This is less harmful than like smoking pot, right? Well, smoking one joint is like smoking 10 cigarettes. Fuck you. Smoking 10 cigarettes is like smoking 10 cigarettes, and smoking 10 joints is like smoking 10 fucking joints, right? Don't fucking compare the shit. Smoking, period, is deadly to your health. Why don't you just say that? Whether it's marijuana or cigarettes or fucking cloves or smoking smoked meats or campfire, it don't matter. Smoke is deadly. Smoke inhalation. He suffered smoke inhalation and died. I'm going to smoke inhalate myself right now. I just don't get how we allow them to be so fucking controlling over us. Right? This is my fucking life. If I want to sit in my fucking life in my home and shoot fucking heroin until I fucking die, so fucking be it, right? It's my fucking life. If I want to go out with a bottle of booze and some fucking fentanyl-laced cocaine and some weed, you know, so fucking be it. Maybe I just found out that I've got deadly cancer and I'm going to die a horrible, painful death in about 6 months. Well, maybe I don't want to go out that way. Maybe I just want to get some fentanyl-laced cocaine and a bag of weed and a really nice bottle of wine and sit and fucking go out that way and just pass out and never wake up again. Maybe that's okay. You know? Who are you to fucking tell me how I should live and die? I didn't ask to be born, so I shouldn't have to ask how to live and how to fucking die. Is this okay? Can I do this? Is the rest of the world going to allow me to do this with my life? Fuck you. Right? It's my fucking life. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. You know, give me a fucking line of fucking cocaine if I want. You know? And fuck you for making shit illegal and turning us into bad people because we want to do the things that society just fucking throws at us. You know? You force us to watch the world filled with alcohol. Alcoholic this, alcoholic that, beverage, yay, the fun of life is drinking alcohol, right? And then what happens? We wind up in DUI court. We wind up in court for homicide, vehicular homicide, because we got drunk and killed somebody. You know, we rot our liver away. We beat our family members because we don't have any booze right now. Whatever the fuck. You caused that. Alcohol companies, you lobbyists, governments will allow this fucking shit, right? So you're going to come along and say we're allowed to do these things, but we're not allowed to do, even though the things you allow us to do completely fuck with our lives. But there's bureaucracy built up around those things for them to make money on. So, so it's okay for us to do that and then fail horribly because they're going to be around to help us and to charge us a good money to get us into rehab and get us into DUI court and charge us thousands and thousands of dollars so that we can drive and drink again. Fuck. You know? And so you're going to tell me that I can't sit here and shoot heroin, stick needles between my toes, you know, smoke a crack pipe, light some foil, and so, you know what? If it's my home, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. If it's my life, I can fucking ruin it if I want to. If it's going to affect others, well, then there should be some forethought into that. People don't have forethought because we're not taught to think in school. We're taught rhetoric, recitation, and bullshit. You know, we're not taught reality. We're taught to be good consumers. You know, we're not even taught how to be good parents in school. You know, or good members of society. We're just taught to be spoiled, rotten little fucking Americans who, with their hands out, saying, "Take care of me, take care of me." No wonder the me generations look so fucking horrible to us. We created this fucking world. We created all of this shit. Those of my generation, those of the past years, you know. We did this, you know. We fucked this world up, and we fucked up the people in it, you know. I did the best I could, right? I did the best I could. I waited till I could find someone. So I didn't get a divorce, right? We waited to have children, and then we didn't go out of control. We just had one child. Our goal was to have 2 children, right? And by all accounts, we should have had 2 children, and we lost one. So it wasn't like we were going to try again. It was the possibility that we almost lost this one, so it was a possibility that we were going to lose, and it was like, no, one, we got lucky. We're just going to do with the one, and we'll put everything we got into the one, right? And we have, and the one is at university, you know, going from home here. So we've done the best we could with what we're able to, you know. Coffee's cold again. We did the best we could because we tried. We didn't go out of control. Everything that we did was planned. Planned Parenthood, yes, everything was planned. Is it time to have a baby? Yes, it's time to try to have a baby again. Let's do this. You know, are we having a baby? We're having a baby. Is the baby old enough to go to school now? The baby's going to school now. The baby's graduating. The baby's going to college. It's all been about. My life wasn't necessarily over when I got married and had a kid, but yes, certain parts of it were. And I was okay with that. I've always been okay with that. Having grown up without that as a kid, parents who were like devoted to being parents, and more than them just being devoted to doing themselves, dragging kids along with them. I didn't want that. So if you're not gonna throw all of yourself into being a parent, then don't fucking be a parent. And if you should be taught how to be a good parent and father and husband and member of society in school. That's what school should be about, not 1 + 1 is fucking 2 and who was president and bullshit. All of that we learn from K through 12 can all be jammed into K through 6. Really. If you do it correctly, it can all be jammed into K through 6, right? And then K through 1 should be just taking care of each other. We should just be learning social duties, right? How to get along with each other, how to take care of each other. Sure, we're learning 1 + 1 is 2 and ABCs and that kind of crap and how to read and write. But at the same time, through those lessons, we're learning how to get along as humans so that by the time we get to junior high, there's no bullshit in the school, there's no bullies, there's no assholes, everybody's getting along, everybody's learning, everybody's excelling, there's no bullshit to take us in bullshit directions. We can still have sports, but not competitive, meat eating, I'm going to chew your face off sports. No, that should go away. Because that's just going to create, that kind of competition just creates barbarism and wars, and no. It really needs to be toned down in a lot of schools. And sports is one of those things. When I was going to school, I was bullied mostly by the guys who were into sports, working out, playing ball all fucking day long, always get together, punching each other, beating each other up, throwing each other, and then, so of course they wanted to do that to others. And you weren't about to fucking do that shit to me, because I will literally, if you're going to jump on me swinging, I'm going to jump on you biting and chewing and growling and snarling. And I think for the most part, a few of the bad guys in school kind of realized that if you were gonna choose me off, we were gonna go in that direction, because especially when I was young, I didn't care, right? I had been bullied so much that I literally had two choices. Even when I was a kid, and I still have those two choices today. When you fuck with me in the world, I really have only two choices when you push me so far. It's either prison or the morgue. So you have to pick which one you want to go to, because the outcome of how it goes is going to determine which way I go. So pick a direction you want to go into and then fight for that direction. If you want to fight to go to prison, then you better send me to the morgue, because you better well know that I'm fighting for prison and not the morgue. Okay? Because I'm done with holding back. I'm done with being the good guy. I'm done with turning the other cheek. If you come at me, expect me to be on top of your face eating before you get to me, right? If you make a move toward me, I'm going to dive on you. I'm not going to wait for you to get up in my face, okay? I don't do that anymore. I don't just a couple of faces up spitting on each other. I don't do that anymore. If you're coming at me like you're going to get up in my face and get tough, you better protect your face, because I'm going to be on it eating, okay? I'm going to be leaving teeth in your eyes. I'm going to be ripping off flesh. Your nose, I'm going to be chewing on your nose. Okay? It's going to be ugly. And I'm going to wind up in the morgue as, you know, the autopsy where they're pulling somebody's nose out of my stomach. Okay? Or I'm going to be in prison known as the nose eater. Okay? The face eaters. That's the guy who eats faces. So pick a direction. That's all I can say is pick a direction. Because I don't do halfway. I don't do halfway anymore, right? If you fuck with me out in the world, I'm going to let you know, hey, you're fucking with me. Stop fucking with me, right? And then I'll leave it at that, because I just need to get the emotions out of me so I don't drag them around. If you can't handle that, that's your fucking problem. If you want to start shit, then you better be ready to call, crying, screaming to someone, get him off of me. He just ate my ear. Period. Yeah, the biggest bummer in all of this is I never wanted to be that guy. I never wanted to be the guy who would talk about eating somebody's face off, right? All I've ever wanted in my entire life was to be left alone, to be allowed the privilege of being me. Just let me be me, right? And it's been like, you know, oh, how dare he be him. Ever since I was a little kid, I'd get in trouble for being a little kid. Stop that. Straighten up. Quit making noise. Quit screwing around. Sit still. You know? I used to get pinched by my mother under the table. If I'd say something or do something or, you know, I'd get pinched. Or, you know, and then of course she'd pinch so fucking hard it would draw blood and I'd be like, or bruise, and I'd be like fucking crying, you know? You can't act up out in public when you're a kid around my parents. It just wasn't allowed, you know. But I never asked to be that guy, you know. I was forced to be that guy through the way I was raised and the bullshit that I went through and all the bullying that I went through and harassment. People throwing shit on me, pulling my hair, smacking me in the back of the drop, smacking my books. Anything possible that you could have done to a kid that was different, it was done to me, right? And of course, my family never gave two shits about it. They're like, it's just, you know, they would just always just, even today, my brother still goes, it's just, you know, and so I, you know, I hate that when somebody goes, oh man, they're just, click, I'll turn you off, right? I've heard that my whole fucking life. Oh, they're just being, or they're just doing this. Oh, they're just, you know, oh, I was just, don't worry about it, man. Oh, don't worry about it. Dude, I worry about it. Click, I'm gone. Because that's just belittling my emotions, belittling everything about me, right? When you tell me not to worry about it, you're telling me that I'm not important. My emotions aren't important. The way I feel about things aren't important to anybody, and so they shouldn't be important to me, right? Everybody else's lives and emotions and feelings and things are important, but it seems like when it comes around to me, it's less important, and then I should not even feel its importance at all, right? And I grew up with that, and it was really fucked up, you know. And then so I get to be an adult, and I'm marginalized and minimalized and belittled, and, you know, made to feel like, yeah, it's not worth the trouble because it's you, kind of thing. That's what makes my hackles stand up and turn red, you know. And then I get when it happens your whole life, when you're marginalized, you know, you don't matter as much because it's you. Because you're, well, that's good for a person like you, but don't even, nah, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah. So when I'm out in public and people, you know, make my emotions and my feelings about things unimportant because it's unimportant to them, so therefore I shouldn't worry about it. It's like, motherfucker, just don't push in front of me. You're making me less important and you more important than me by pushing past me. Don't fucking do that, okay? Don't fucking do that. That's a form of bullying and I will not stand for it. Don't shove past me, motherfucker. Just like when driving and somebody's right up on your bumper and you can see them in your mirror back there going, come on, motherfucker, come on, get off the fucking road. It's like, don't fucking road bully me, motherfucker, because I will ride my brakes and ride right alongside somebody, so you just have to sit there and fucking suffer, or drive on the fucking shoulder. And if you drive on the shoulder to pass me, you better drive far, because I'm gonna just lean out and get you, right? You pass on the fucking, you pass down the center margin, and I'm gonna lean out enough just so you have to go into the oncoming traffic, all right? I don't fuck around, all right? If you're passing me, if you're coming oncoming and you're passing somebody and you're in my lane, motherfucker, I'm gonna stay right on that fucking line coming at you. Right on that fucking line. You better fucking get your shit together, because I'm playing chicken. If I'm by myself, I'm playing chicken at that point. All right? You're taking your life into your own hands when you try to bully me on the freeway, on the road, on the street, in the fucking supermarket, you know. You push past me in the store, and I'll follow you around going, sorry, sorry, you know. And if you give me a dirty look, motherfucker, I'll laser beam your fucking forehead off with my look. And then if you want to go, just think about the morgue or prison. Pick one. Pick one. Because I won't have anything on me other than my hands and my mouth, right? And most people don't go into a fight expecting to have body parts chewed on. They expect to go up and get pugilistic and we're going to go have fisticuffs and we're going to get tough and we're going to throw punches and I might do a roundhouse or something. I'm going for nuts. I'm going for noses and eyeballs and ears. I'm going for the easiest parts to pull off. Quick. I'm going to reach up, I'm going to grab an ear, and I'm going to pull that ear down to my knee. Your head either comes with it or your ear comes off. All right? If your head comes with it, then my knee goes into your nose and drives that nose up into your fucking face. I'm going after your eyeballs, and I'm going to start pulling pieces off and chewing on them right in front of you. With whatever eyeballs you got left, you're going to see me chewing on pieces of you. That's it. I'm not going to throw punches. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go that route. You're not going to see any of my stuff coming. I'm just going to jump on you and start pounding you like a grayback gorilla. All right? That's it. As easy as that, man. I'm going to jump on you and I'm just going to start doing this. And I'm just going to start pounding you on your head and your neck and your face. And I'm just going to pound until you're immobilized, and then I'm just going to start pulling pieces off and start eating. I'm sorry to go through this at breakfast time, but this is true. This is it. You have to know that I will not be fucked with or bullied. I am not going to go out there and bully people. I'm not going to go out and fuck with people. If I do something that fucks with you, it's unintentional, and therefore it's your fucking problem, right? If you intentionally fuck with somebody, then it's your problem. I don't intentionally fuck with anybody. If I fuck with somebody and it's unintentional, and it's a mistake, a faux pas on my part, I'm the first to I apologize for that. I didn't mean to get in your way. I didn't mean to, you know. And I'll make a recompense. I'll make amends for it, you know. Because that's what I would expect other humans to fucking do. You know, I'm not going to, you know, bump into somebody and knock shit out of their hands and then turn to them and say, better hold on to your shit better. What are you going to fucking do about it, motherfucker? Which is what people do to me when I'm out there. You know, people will bump into me and they turn to me and go, what, motherfucker? And then I have to make a decision to eat face or not to eat face, right? It's like, where do I want to go with this? You know, sometimes I'll just say, fuck you, and walk away. I mean, literally look at them and say, fuck you, and walk away. You know? And then if they want to continue it, well then, they never do. They never do. Once they look into my eyes and they realize that I you know, this is it. I really don't have enough time to care about should I eat face or should I not eat face. So don't even go there at this point, because I may just, you know, honey, why don't you just take the car and go home and leave me here to eat face? You know, I'll call you from jail. Because that's pretty much how it's going to go, you know. And looking into the guy's eyes at the same time, honey, here, you and Natalie go home and leave me here, and I will call you from jail or the hospital. And I would just have to look into the eyes of the idiot and just say, okay, the prison of the morgue, fucking pick one, right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna fucking do? I mean, pretty much my appearance alone pretty much freaks people out. When they look into my eyes and they realize this dude's not all there, or maybe he's more there than I am, because there's something going on in those eyes. I don't look at my eyes, all right? I don't see my eyes in my cameras. I don't look at my eyes in the mirrors, all right? I do everything that I do throughout my life without looking into my own eyes. Why? Because it's not helpful, right? I don't need to be in contact with that guy in there. No siree, right? Because I don't look into those eyes when I'm talking to people and stuff. I don't have those eyes. I only have those eyes when I'm looking into them introspectively, looking into those eyes, and then it gets deep, and then it becomes an issue, and then I have trouble finding who I am, right? When I don't look into my eyes, I know exactly who I am, and I'm a pleasant person to be around, and people who look into my eyes can find me open and courteous and kind. But when I don't see that when I look into my eyes, so I don't look into my eyes. I see that crazy little demon kid, Damien, from when I was young, who even then just wanted to be left alone, but if you weren't going to leave me alone, I want to eat your face. And of course, this is a metaphor, eating faces. Would I really? Only to prove a point, but I wouldn't enjoy it. I'm not a person to eat human flesh. That's not my bag. But metaphorically speaking, yeah, I would eat a lot of faces. Eat a lot of faces. Big dog. Big dog. Dick dog. Dick dog. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. Some people are afraid. For some reason, my computer rebooted, and I had to reset passwords, which was okay because now I can change passwords on other places, and I can do things on other devices that will allow me to be in more places. But I have got stuff I need to do. Let's see, I'm going in a week, just over a week and a half, to start my dental procedure. I don't want to put it off any longer. So this week, I'm going to be finding out what the deal is. I'm just going to go in and find out, look, do I have the frickin' insurance or not? Do I have to reapply for insurance? Do I have to get my shit redone? I'm glad I waited this long so I could, now I know that I don't have to wait for the 6 months to get dentures through these guys. I can get dentures elsewhere and get them quicker. They may only wind up being a temporary pair until I get the 6-month pair, depending on how the quality of each. But regardless, at least I'll have something to fucking in my face and be able to chew and won't lose jaw density, right? Which is my main concern. Eating. Communicating, right? Getting to where I can get used to a new mouth and getting back to singing, right? How to use my mouth again. That's what I need to get past. Getting past that tongue biting stage, which is probably going to happen, I would think. New teeth, which means I can eat some more faces.
No, it's not like that. He just said he doesn't do that.
Right. I feel like a lump. Don't I look like a lump? I think it's my spine. I used my spine a lot yesterday standing up and cooking. So I should be sitting up like this. But I'm a little hunched over this morning, right? And my boobies are saggy. My boobies are saggy. How unfortunate. Psst. Psst. Yeah, a little cloudy again this morning. A little cloudy. It's wintry. It's when I get all emotional like this, it's hard to not get emotional over the state of the planet. Right? You can say all you want about climate change and about the way things are going and whose fault it is and everything, but ultimately it's our fault as humans. It's overpopulation. The Industrial Revolution went out of control. By the 60s and 70s, we should have started dialing things back or in a different direction energy-wise and production-wise. And we just didn't. We just doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on everything that we were doing until we're at the tipping point now. And I refuse to watch any documentaries on the subject because I can't even watch those TV shows, those hour-long TV shows on nature, and where they follow a bunch of animals, a family of animals around and watch their lives. And I can't even watch those nature shows, where they constantly show you every animal on the planet, right? Let's go into the ocean, the blue ocean or the universe or all of that. I can't watch those things because it's like watching how it was type of thing, right? Because it's as much as you want it to be nice and forever, it's like the human existence. We're born, we live, we die, right? Same thing with the planet, only we're strangling the planet right now. We're killing the atmosphere. We're changing our climate so bad that coffee has to be moved because they can't grow it in the regions where it's grown for hundreds of years. All of a sudden, overnight, things have to be moved. Things have to be grown in different, now put things in buildings to grow them because the climate is so fucked up that the places they used to grow naturally, they can't grow there anymore. We got the plains are turning to deserts and the deserts are turning to plains. We're taking groundwater here. We're sucking the groundwater dry out here, bottling it up and chucking it all over the planet, right? And then it just gets turned into basically urine. The water that we pull out of the ground table, the groundwater, it never returns. That groundwater never gets replenished. It used to, right? It used to get replenished. We had different ways of it being replenished naturally that we've stolen from the planet, right? The beaver alone, we killed off all the fucking beaver, and they used to create all these above ground and below ground watersheds. And as soon as we started attacking the beaver hundreds of years ago, we started fucking up this planet. We started fucking with the buffalo. We started fucking with the planet. When we started over farming, we started fucking with the planet. Over industrialization, overpopulation. Is that a word? It's gone out of control. And it's not natural. And that's the bummer, is that we've caused this. And most of us see no wrong in making it go further, I did my part. I bought a Subaru. I'm saving the planet. I bought a Subaru. Big fucking deal. Do you recycle? Do you buy, organic to keep the pesticides down, to save the bees? Do you do all the hundreds of other things that a responsible human should be doing? No. Because nobody's that fucking perfect, and nobody's got the time to be that fucking perfect. And that's where they're selling us a fucking horrible bag of goods. Let us take care of the planet for you. Just buy this, and then you're helping. Bullshit. You're helping become part of the problem. That's it. Because it's bullshit. If they say that it's good for you and it's good for the planet too, it's bullshit. Right? If they have to sell it that way, then it's probably bullshit. Sustainable. Let's live a sustainable life. Well, how does that work? If the shit that you produce creates so many fucking horrible byproducts in the production, right? How is that sustainable? I don't get it. I don't get it. When it goes from a natural material and the process of getting it to us as a product, if anywhere along the way the planet is harmed or perverted, or we are in any way molested, then it's not good, right? Period. If there is a process along the way that is bad, figure out how to fix that process so that it's not bad. Doesn't have to be good, but it has to be not bad, right? They don't do that. They just dump shit out into the rivers. Well, we filtered it a little bit, and that makes it good. No, it doesn't. It just makes it less bad, but not good at all. It's still bad. It hasn't reached the not bad stage. Just because you burn this shit twice in your fucking furnace before the smoke goes, it's still fucking smoke. It's still pollution. Look at the factories, the shit coming out of those fucking factories. If there's shit coming out, then it needs to be changed, right? We had the chance to begin those changes back in like 1970 with the first Earth Day. Did we heed the warning? No. Did we ever get to the metric system? No, because it's too fucking much of a hassle. Change? What, are you kidding me? Change? Oh, how dare you talk about change? That's because we got a bunch of fat white guys who are afraid of change. They're in charge. Bunch of rich fuckers. Things change and they get poor. Well, I guess I'm ready next to do the light in our bedroom. I think I'm going to find a dimmer switch for this one so that we can dim it down pretty low. This one here, it doesn't take but a minute to loosen the collar, swing the light down, and reset the switch to really super bright or really super low yellow or somewhere in between, right? And I think it's set to the second to the lowest setting right now. But it only takes a minute, less than a minute, to loosen that, swing it down, switch it, put it back up in there. So that's cool. I like that option. And the fact that it's easy to do that helps. So that'll happen a lot, but I'd rather have it different in our bedroom. That would be nice. That would be nice. Now it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Well, I am going to be taking a break from everything here pretty quick. Next week is going to be my last week of mornings for a while. It's going to be my last week of anything live where I'm going to be on camera talking. If I am going to be doing any live stuff, I will have some captions made, and I will just not be on camera. I'll just go to the captions. What are you going to do, huh? What are you going to do? Nothing. That's what. I'm going to try to get my stuff set up this next week for the next couple of months, right? So right now, I just finished all of the Dimension X. Now I need to find a replacement for a month of that time slot. I need to create. I think I've done enough Gildersleeves for 2 months. I need to do some more Night Beat. Is that what I'm looking at now? No, I'm doing Night Beat right now, and I finished this page here. 10. That's going to be enough for the month. Plus, I've got. I think this is it. I've got another page here that I can work on. That's got another 10 or 12 on it. Gildersleeve. I need to finish this page. What do we got? 2, 4, 6 more, and then that'll be enough for 2 months. I've got to put together some of the secondary shows, the ones that only air once a month. Lights Out, I need to put together that right away because it's happening next week. Lone Ranger, that's what it is. Escape and the Lone Ranger, Sam Spade, and Dimension X on Wednesday. A lot of these are already ready to go. So, yeah. I've already uploaded the Dimension X for next week. Today I'm going to load up all of the radio shows for next week and create that last Lone Ranger and upload that. And then continue with the creating videos for the next 2 months, because after I get this week uploaded, I'm going to start uploading all of the Dimension X for 2 months. For a month, and then switch to another show. Same thing with everything. All of the Dragnet for 2 months. All of the Shadow for 2 months. All the shows for 2 months out. And try to do that during the week before I do my dental stuff, so that I don't have to worry about that stuff. I can just focus on original content videos. Mainly that music video stuff that we're doing. It's not that I'm going to have an issue with the pain, because I don't really have issues with that kind of pain. It's just going to be a matter of trying to keep myself out of depression, right? And not wanting to do anything until I get some teeth in my fucking face. That's it. That's pretty much it. So I'm just going to want to try to stay busy here. It's going to be real hard for my wife or daughter to get me out of the house for anything other than really, really super important stuff. If we don't have a lot of work, I'm not leaving the house for it. She's on her own for a couple of weeks. Which is a bummer, because I hate to not be involved in responsible stuff. So that's kind of a bummer. But, I mean, I'll probably put a mask on and leave the house so I don't have to be self-conscious about how I look. I know it's vanity speaking. I'm just vain. We all have our crosses to bear.
What?
Oh, now he's getting religious. Yeah, that's me, the religious guy. Spiritual, yes. Religious, yes, in a sense. I don't do religion, but I guess you could say I have a religious part of me, right? I've just never had good experience with organized religion, so I won't say anything bad about it. To each his own. You know, it is good for those who can find good in it. It is also bad for people who could find a way to use it for bad purposes, right? And so it goes both ways. So I find it easier just to make spirituality and religion a personal thing. And I think it's quite funny how the Pilgrims came to this country on the desire to find political and religious freedoms that they couldn't find there. And what did they do? They got here and they stole the natives' politics and religion and were forced to accept the white man's politics and religion, right? I was watching one of those shows on my channel about the Iroquois Nation and how leaders from each tribe would get together and make decisions for the whole nation, you know, and they had a really, really good government structure. They had a really, really great natural religion, and it was just stolen, right, by people who were claiming that they were out to do just the opposite, right? Have that religion, but it was one-sided. It was only for them. Only if you were white and entitled could you then have those religious freedoms. If you were a savage, you weren't allowed that. You were forced to take on the stuff that we thought was good, right? Yeah, you know, manifest destiny. Yeah, it just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart. Yep. So my computer was acting up the other day, and it was on Wednesday. Apparently it worked itself out. I did a few things, and I think what I did helped. I still need to do the memory shuffle today. And I need to take everything off of this computer that I've already used and uploaded and dump it onto my external hard drive so that I free up memory on my computer again and I don't get overrun with projects that I'm just done with. So I've got everything on my desktop so that I can find it easy and it doesn't get lost in the minutia of the hard drive, right? So I keep files on the desktop. And then what I do is I have files coming in that I haven't used and files going out that I have used. And when I use them, I pull them from one file and dump them into the other, and then take those files and then move them over to the external hard drive, copy them over, and then delete them from the computer. And free up a whole lot of space. And then I'll go through the lists of stuff that is to be used and make sure that I haven't used any of it. And then if I have, get rid of it and just free up as much memory as I can. Go through the editing programs and delete all of the videos that I've finished with and no longer need them in the editor. And go through that. And then reset that program to free up a whole bunch of memory. Yeah. I'm kind of nervous about finding a new daily show for the mornings at 8 a.m. I want it to be a science fiction show, and since I doubled down on the video graphics for Dimension X, I don't know whether I should dial it back or double down again and kick it up a notch. I don't know. I don't know. I think I want to continue to combine different elements and continue to use some of these elements that I want to be kind of, I don't know. I want there to be a common thread, right? So space travel was in the first one with the star fields coming by in X-1. Every video was just the graphics hanging in space and the star field. And then we moved into a spaceship with Dimension X, and I've got a porthole with time and space kind of coming through the porthole, plus a TV and some other graphics and stuff going on to really make that screen alive, right? So next I was thinking about creating more of a room to be in when listening to this stuff. But it's got to be a composite of different elements that I choose and create and enhance to put together and build a little somewhat three-dimensional scene. And I'd like to keep using, you know, what I might do is Dimension X has got a close-up of this desktop and a TV and a window portal looking out into time and space, and a little picture frame changing pictures of magazine covers, and then a little digital readout, right? So if I were to take that and pull back or look at a different part of that same room, what would that look like if I looked at this zoomed in picture of the top of the desk and pulled back so we saw the whole desk and the TV and what else is in the room, right? What else does this guy have in this spaceship compartment that he lives in? So I think that's probably going to be the next, and just kind of continue with the theme of basically me in the future in space doing the same thing that I'm doing now, right? So I'll more than likely use the same elements, a lot of the same elements. And just try to, you know, if I've got the wall, and I think I've zoomed into the wall a little bit, so if I take the picture of the wall and put a couple of the walls together so that it looks like a long, wide wall, and then put floor and ceiling, then I don't have to have too much more wall. I can just pull back and see, oh, we were looking at most of the wall. If I don't have enough wall to go down behind the bottom of the desk where I've zoomed into, then I can just put some kind of like lower material along the bottom of the wall. The bottom half of the wall could just be the same type of stuff, only a little different. Some steel going this way. It's supposed to look like the inside of a ship. So I'm going to continue with that theme. Use a lot of the same elements. But I'm going to have to come up with more things to put in this room, this compartment. I'll have the TV on. I'll have different things popping on the TV. It'll be smaller, so it'll be less important. The digital readout will still be there. I'll have to make the words on the digital readout a little bit more vibrant so that they're easy to read. Yeah, some new elements. Do I want to put a chair, some kind of chair or couch or sofa or bed or something? Maybe you see part of a hammock coming in and attached to the wall. Maybe that would be neat. So you could see that he's up in space, it's in the future, but still he's watching an old TV, he sleeps in a hammock. You know, as much as it is futuristic, it's still kind of retro. That would be cool. Because that's the way it was back when you're in the 1950s and you're looking at science fiction then. Everything was so futuristic, but yet it was so retro and in the now, right? So try to keep it like that. Keep those elements that tie it into the past, but into the future. Totally. Well, it's just about 7 o'clock. Got an hour to go. Last show of the week. And next week is the last show of the season, last show of the year, last show for a few weeks, maybe several weeks. It's all going to depend on how I get back to normal. How quick am I going to be able to get back to functioning normal enough to be here? Right? Do I want to be here? Am I going to feel like I look normal enough to be here on camera with no microphone, and then every once in a while write a caption and hold it up or make a comment in the text? I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I've never done this before, so I'm just going to play it by ear. Knowing that I'm on hiatus is going to help. That I'm only responsible for programming some content. If I decide I'm not going to do Minecrafting live during this, then I'll just let it be known. And then it'll just go down to 3 shows a day, 4 days a week, and then on Wednesdays it'll be 5 shows a day. Right? 4 old-time radio shows and an educational film. I've got a lot of concert footage, and I want to put together some concert videos. And basically just take my one view and use whatever I can crop from the giant screen and try to create a music video with one shot, zooming in here, pulling back here, cropping this, cutting that, and then just try to create some kind of video of concert footage. I've done it, haven't done it in almost a year, so I really need to get back. And my plan is to not use a lot of this concert footage while they're on tour. I think that's disrespectful to show people concert footage of people from last night's show. It's like, dude, don't ruin it for people. Oh, I wish I'm going to sell my tickets now, right? Because he dropped his microphone. Yeah. And it's just dumb. You know, after the fact, way after the fact, I think is fine. It's more like history, you know. Oh, this asshole in his fucking car. Yeah, he better just go that way. Wakes up and sits out there and revs that fucking engine. And then drives by here when he lives right out on the street. All he has to do is pull out on the street. He likes to pull through the park when he comes in and out. I'm going to get a hose and turn it on the son of a bitch. Fill the end of the hose with egg whites and then turn it on. Just for a quick blast and just shoot egg whites all over his car. Oh, somebody must have put something in my hose, dude. Dipshit. I'm not saying that somebody should egg his car, but he needs to have his car egged. But nobody should do it. Just because it needs to be done doesn't mean anybody should do it. Do it. And so don't egg this guy's car. Egg this guy's car. It's not nice. Fuck it. Do it anyway. I vacuumed last night. I never vacuum at night. But we moved the table and the couch and everything to put the room back to normal again. And I'm like, what did we do on the floor here that created such a mess, right? And then I remembered, oh yeah, we did a whole bunch of ceiling stuff up there. So I vacuumed and then moved the couch and vacuumed again. And it looks really nice in there now. So much so that I want to keep going with the whole reconfiguring and redecorating stuff over there and over here. I've got a lot of pictures over there in frames that I want to remove so that we can put up more family related photos, because right now it's just kind of set up as my set, and since it's going to be living room, it needs to feel like family. So while I'm going to leave my cork board with all of my old photos there, I do want to take all of these celebrity photos out of here, the Kennedy stuff and Reagan and Groucho and all of those, and move those, most of them, leave a couple, like the Native American warrior, and a couple other ones that I think are important, and move some of them over here, and just kind of maybe put some in my bedroom, pack some away, whatever. I've got a big giant 4x6 corkboard on my wall in the bedroom, so I may move some into there. But behind me here, I mainly want to do photos of me with people, my daughter, my friends, celebrities, family, that kind of stuff. Get people to autograph them as much as I can, right? That would be cool. And then vice versa, if give a copy to someone, that would be cool. What's today? Friday, Black Friday. I don't think we have any intention of going out to do any Black Friday stuff. If there's something that we need in the household and we can put it off until Black Friday, like a TV or microwave or something like that, we can just let's just nurse this along until then, we'll do that, and then we'll go out on Black Friday and get what we need because it's a good deal. But otherwise, we don't plan to go out on Black Friday and just get whatever they're selling. It's like, well, let's just go out and see what kind of deals we can get, and then just bring home a bunch of crap that we didn't really need, and we didn't really need to spend money on, and we don't really need to take the older stuff and put it in the landfills quite yet. But we got new stuff, so hey, Once again, that's where they want you. Behind the consumer 8-ball. Get you out there to buy low-priced crap that is just crap. I mean, they talked us out of our old televisions and stuff so they could sell us these things that have an hourly limit, right? How many hours? 100,000 hours. You know, or whatever the rating is on these fucking new TVs, where your old TV lasted as long as you could continue to change parts on it, right? Oh, tube blew out, put a new tube in it. Hey, it's good again for another 20 years. Hey, another tube blew out. Hey, change another tube. Hey, another 20 years. I got this one back here, the tube TVs all over the place that still work great. Some of them need a tube here and there. But what the hell? In fact, I need to get on tubes. I need to find out about tubes. Tube. TV. Tubes. For the little TV especially, the little one. I need to get that one, pull it apart, and maybe find somebody local who has a tube tester. Or send pull a couple of tubes that look bad and send them to somebody who can test them and get me some tubes. Some tubes, I need some tubes. I gotta have tubes. Because I want these old TVs to continue to work. These old stereos. I fear that I may be so frustrated not being able to go live that I'm going to wind up going live without talking. And just set up a table here, a work table here, with a camera here looking down at my table, over my shoulder at what I'm doing, and work on stuff right here. And just work on stuff and kind of take you along with me. And just use the camera and my miming skills, right? It would behoove me to learn sign language, but that's not going to happen. What I'll do is I'll create graphics, a couple of titles for each show. You know, here's what we're working on. Here's the processes we're going to do. Let's get started. Pay close attention because I'm not going to be speaking. I'm going to be showing things to the camera and then demonstrating what it is we're doing. You know? And various techniques on various things. And what's neat is because a lot of the time I will have to learn some of these things before we get started, right? And so my homework will be learning how to open up particular types of 8-tracks, learning how to find the burned out tube, learning how to do this or that, and then bringing that to you and sharing that knowledge with you. Right? Because that's what it's all about, you know? Shareware. Wow. I am really slouching today. I got no muscle, no spine anymore. I mean, look at them like noodles here. The only strong thing about me is my smell and my ability to eat faces. That's it. I was watching just a couple of seconds, flipping through, and you know they give you a preview that pops up, and it was, I think it was Red Dragon, right? Ed Norton. Is that who that is? Anyway, it was what's his face, and he was doing the whole. What's Hannibal Lecter thing, you know? And I was thinking, Fucking Hannibal Lecter's a pussy, right? He is like a delicate little prissy little pussy, right? Who happens to eat people, right? If he came across like Dexter or a real serial killer, right? He'd be totally screwed, right?
Come here, Jason. I'm gonna eat your liver with some...
Jason wins, right? He monologues too much, right? He likes to hear the sound of his own voice talking about cannibalism or something. I don't know. I never got into those movies. I saw Silence of the Lambs once or twice, mainly because other people were watching it. It's like, yeah, what the hell? It was okay. I liked the Buffalo Bill or the Buffalo Bob or whatever his name was. That actor, all right, with that voice. He is great. So I enjoyed that portion of it just to watch that actor. And by then I was like out of Jodie Foster. It was like, Jodie Foster's already moved on into movies that I'm no longer capable of enjoying, right? It's not to say that actors, all of a sudden, they just start sucking. It's just that most actors begin to take a direction that I'm no longer interested in, which means I no longer want to follow their career. So most actors that I have followed back in the 70s and 80s, I no longer care to enjoy their stuff, right? Jodie Foster is one of them. I will on occasion see a movie with Jodie Foster in it, and I can enjoy the movie, but not because she's in it, right? And that's unfortunate. I used to, all the other movies with Jodie Foster in the 70s and 80s that I enjoyed because she was in it. That she was the star, right? Especially when she was younger. As she got older, it was like, they weren't Jodie Foster movies anymore to me. They were just movies with, even like Flight Plan and, is that what it was? And the one where she's on a plane and loses her daughter, and that one, or Panic Room. Those movies are okay. They're good. They're great movies. They're okay for me. It's like they're not really my kind of movie. They're okay for me. But I mean, there's nothing going on right now, like Jodie Foster wise, that I would care to watch. Give me anything back, 1985 and earlier, Jodie Foster in it, and I'll watch it in a heartbeat. As she got older and her acting changed, she changed, her roles changed, her choice of roles changed. I just didn't find it fun anymore, I didn't find it appealing. I'll watch a good drama, but it's got to be fun too. You have to enjoy the drama. You don't want to watch drama just for drama. If you do, I mean, that's one of those people that have to have drama in their lives so much they got to watch it on everything they watch. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta get my act together today. It's Friday. We got nothing going on today. We've probably got places to clean this weekend, probably into next week with people checking out over the holidays. I guess what I'll do this morning is upload whatever shows I got, and then make this last show. And then while I'm doing that over here, I can then find and put together 5 educational films to upload for next week. At the same time, I can go through what I'm doing here and move stuff onto the external hard drive and do my memory shuffle. So let's put down upload and create vids. And that should be enough for today here. That should keep me busy. Memory shuffle and uploading and creating videos. That leaves, what am I going to do in between this stuff working? What am I going to be doing here? Uploads are going to take 30 minutes to an hour. Oh wait, no, uploads of these are going to take about 15 minutes to an hour, depending on the size. Creating should take same thing, 15 minutes to an hour to process and save a video. Finding 5 videos to upload may take an hour. Sometimes it only takes a few minutes. I just get on there, punch in something, scroll through, ooh, this one looks good, check it out, yeah, that one's good, load it, download it. So that hopefully will go quickly. But this room is a disaster. I really need to work on this room. I need to get the boxes of photos and frames and stuff in here, into the living room, and put out the table and sit here and just go through stuff and try to curate everything that we have into manageable photos and frames and stuff to deal with. And then we'll know what we need to pull out of frames that we have and put other stuff into those, and what new frames we need to buy. I would like to get photos of me with family and friends and celebrities and stuff in the same frame. That would be great. If I could just get them all into the same frame, then I think they would look good just covered across my wall back here. And a poster frame for my Hooya poster. Yeah, I mean, I've got my Over the Edge movie poster here, and once I get a straight on shot into this room, it's really going to look cool. It really will. Yeah. And I know right where I'm going to mount the camera. Right in that room there, just above my speaker next to my stereo. Just in a little spot there where you'll barely be able to see it. That's going to look good. It's good. So right here, it's not quite the center of the room. But this is more the center of the room. I could put it on a shelf, inside a shelf. Yeah, that's probably best. Tuck it inside of a shelf above some books, so it's not even noticeable. It's not even out, right? How do I do that and still access the power button on it? So it might have to go on top of the bookshelf. But if I create a little knick-knack for it to set in, that I can open up, pop the lens cap off, open up, flip the screen around, and hit the power button to turn it on and off. That's all it's going to need. So that'll work. But I think it's going to have to be on the shelf itself in order to aim straight at this room, dead on, in the center of the room, to give it the best shot, right? Like this camera here, above me that points into that room. It doesn't give a, well, I guess it does give a pretty straight on shot. Big Doug. Dig Dug. Yeah. So I want to have another camera in that room that does the same thing looking at this room. So that I've got this shot and the straight on shot for the whole room, and then a camera looking down, this one here looking down onto a table, a work table, so that when I put my hands underneath it with something, you're right up in your face what I'm doing. Mainly it's going to be showing you videotapes, records, other videos and paraphernalia, and 8 tracks. We're going to work on a lot of 8 tracks together, and my hands are going to be busy there doing stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll have me in one shot, the long shot like this, and then this shot will be in a little box in the corner of the screen of the big picture of my hands close up doing stuff. So I'll be there both ways, right? That'll be cool. So we're going to start doing that morning show-wise, and we're going to do that from right here. I had toyed with the idea of going back and forth between the 2 rooms and having 2 sets, and at some I might do the morning discussion part of the show in here, sitting on the sofa with my coffee and a bong and just talking, and then get up and come into here, hit some different segue credits, switch my camera to pointing down into my table, and then get started with a new portion of the show, and then do that portion of the show, the technical portion, in here, where I can control the cameras and have all of my props and things right here already set up. So I just have to walk in, come around the table, sit down, aim my camera, come back from the segue music and video, and then here we are. We're doing this today. I think that's going to work. Had I just gone into it, I probably would have done it one way and then eventually worked to doing it a different way. Rather that, I like to kind of wait, procrastinate, and think on it, and work my way through all of the possibilities so that I can get to making a decision like, I'm not going to do it there, I'm going to do it here. You know, rather than get it all set up over there and then do it there and then find out, now I should have done it over there. So keeping as much as possible in this little studio area is where it's at. If I'm going to sit over there and do something, it's just going to be me and a prop, right? And one camera, so that we keep it simple. I'll set it up, walk into the camera and sit down. Do my live stuff for an hour, get up, walk out of the camera, walk into here, push some buttons, do some segue music and video, and then come back and I'm in a different seat and a different camera. That's it. That's it. Bada bing bang boom. Easy peasy. And try to shoehorn another show into the mornings, right? Which is what I had initially planned it to be both, but I realized that it needs to be one and then the other. Tune in at 6 o'clock for the technical show, where we're going to talk about this. Movie Mondays, we're going to talk about movies. We're going to talk about watching movies. We're going to talk about renting movies. We're going to talk about, you know, the TVs we watch movies on, the video machines, the tapes, the Betamaxes, video cameras, right? We're going to talk movies. Television, we're going to talk TV. We're going to talk TVs again. And, well, you know, maybe on movie day we'll talk about projectors and video machines and that kind of stuff. And then on TV we'll talk about TVs. Wednesdays we'll talk about radios. Thursdays we'll talk about concerts. Fridays we'll talk about all kinds of old shit. All kinds of past events and things. That'll be neat. So having time off from all of this stuff will allow me the time to hone these ideas down to actual real things, right? Make it real. Because it takes time to work on that shit. And to take one show 5 days a week and give each day its own theme and then manage each theme every week. That's going to be a bit of a thing there. I think once I get rolling, it'll come second nature. But to get started, it's going to be a lot of, hey, look at this, let's talk about this. Hey, look at this, let's talk about that. Hey, look at this, let's open it up and see how it works. Let's see what's wrong with it. I got 2 of these things here. Let's open up both of them and then pull one apart and use the other one to put it back together, right? Ooh, we can find a part out of this one and put it into that one. Well, let's open up a third one and get a part then, and do shit like that. And then it's like, okay, it's the end of the show today. When we come back next week, I will have ordered the part, and hopefully the part will be in, and we can put this thing back together. And then I'll just have boxes. Here's a box of, I'll just have, here's Monday's box, Tuesday's box, on down the line, and in each box will be an episode. And I'll open up the box, pull out the episode, we'll do the episode. If the episode continues, it goes back in the box, continues next week. If we're done with it, then we'll say, okay, we'll put something into the box for next week, and we'll pull it out, and this will be next week's box. And then, what kind of box are we talking about? Don't get into minutia. Just focus, focus, focus. I'm sure there'll be a box involved. I'm just looking at, a box full of videotapes and records versus a box filled with TVs and VCRs and cameras and stuff. Being able to bring video from old cameras through my computer and into this, that might be a little difficult. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. We'll try. So we're going to be doing lots of different experiments with video and audio and what we can get away with doing here live. Yeah. Hard drive. I got to get an external hard drive. That's all there is to it. External hard drive. I need another one. As much as I hate to say it, I haven't even made a dent in this new one that I've got, but I can't start downloading stuff off of YouTube until I know that I'm going to have enough memory to pull it all, because all of my live data is a lot of stuff. A lot. Like 200 episodes, 3 to 6 or 7 hours in some cases, right? And it's not vanity, it's not, oh my God, it's the coolest stuff in the world, I have to have it. I'm just holding on to it for posterity. So that if my channel or YouTube or something goes belly up, I've got my videos. Everything that I've uploaded, I have saved. Everything that I've done live is only on YouTube, so I need to bring that home. That's it. For no other purposes than posterity and possibly for reusing some of it to create other stuff. It would be great if I did a best of collection from the morning show, right? The best of the morning show rants, right? The best of the morning show goofs, the funny morning show stuff, whatever, you know. You never know. I could have gold in there, you know, morning show voices, and just do a collection of all of the video that I've shot where I'm doing different voices, right? And in that case, I may have to actually have help, right? That's like thousands of hours of video. You figure 200 videos at, on average, 4 hours. That's like, what, 800 hours at least? All right, so that's not thousands. Feels like it. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, honey. I only had a chance to watch a few things off of my channel yesterday. I was so busy. I didn't have time to sit down and watch stuff, and I didn't want to miss anything. I didn't want to half-ass it. So I didn't get to watch anything until I was sitting here at my computer. Mom had fallen asleep during MacGyver. And so I was like, all right, well, I swung the TV around and sat here and watched stuff in between working on the computers. So I watched a couple of, like, 2 videos, that was it. It was a bummer. I listened to the Winston Churchill American Thanksgiving's Day address. That was interesting. Boy, he likes to hear himself talk. And then the early American Indians and the Indian nations that were here first, right? And it's always, yeah, the white man came and they destroyed and they conquered and they took over, and they always do it as like a matter of fact, and it's like they never do it with any remorse. They never say any of these things like, you know, we should have done this or that. They just, you know, this is the way we did it and this is how it happened, and oh well. You know, a lot of lives were lost, but nobody gave a shit. Yeah. Oh my God. I hate to put on a record when I'm up moving around and doing stuff, because if I'm in and out of the house, I miss the record, what's playing. I come back in and it's done and it's just going at the end because it's not automatic. So sometimes we just put on the music channel on TV, some 60s or 70s stuff. Sometimes I'll just put on a movie, some kind of random movie that I've seen a million times or something, and just let that play into the next one, into the next one, into the next one, and just kind of let that happen while I'm doing stuff. So it's not so quiet in here, you know. I don't mind quiet, but if there's usually somebody else around, then on occasion I'm going to hear, it'll be dead quiet, and then all of a sudden I'll hear some kind of reel or video or something on their phone blasting, you know, out of the blue, and that disturbs me. If there's a movie playing and music or something going on in the room and that's loud enough, every once in a while when their video pops on and it isn't muted, that don't bother me. But out of the blue, when it's dead quiet and all of a sudden somebody's phone is screaming out some stupid laughter or something, I don't go in for that, you know. Manage your phone, mute your shit. My phone is always muted, all right? If I pop a video on, I have to unmute it to watch a video if I want to. I watch videos muted because I don't want to hear it, and I don't want other people to hear it. You know, it's like, it's disrespectful. So I keep my shit turned all the way down, turn it off. I keep my ringer down real low. Sometimes I don't even hear it, it's down so low. Sometimes my ringers are off because I just don't want to have that distraction.
Ah, that's nice.
I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. Yeah. I was just looking up at the movie Pet Cemetery there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay for a Stephen King movie.
It's okay.
Most of the Stephen King books are better as books rather than movies. They're usually a disappointment. At least much of the newer stuff is much of a disappointment when I try to watch it. I really enjoyed the book, The Dome, and then it became a miniseries or a TV show or something, and it was horrible. You know, they had to gentrify the show. They had to make it inclusive, and they had to change characters, and this character's got to be a girl now, or she's got to be a combination of these two. It's like, fuck you, you know? We read the book and enjoyed the book. Why do you have to fucking change it, you know? Just present it just like it was in the book, man. Don't fuck with it, don't pervert it, don't molest it, don't fuck with us, toy with our fucking emotions. Just bring us the goddamn book. Right? If you can't do that, then fucking leave it alone. Right? Right. Cheers. Duma Beach, I think is what it is. One of his big novels. I don't know, it was like 12 CDs or something, 12 or 15, 16, 20 CDs when I listened to it. That was a good one. I hope that one never gets made into a movie or a miniseries or anything, unless it's done by a fucking purist, man. Somebody who wants to take it from the book and bring us the fucking book live in a fucking movie, right? I can see the book coming to life in my head. Why can't you do that with the book and give us that? Give us the pictures that are in the book. Everything that you read in a book puts a picture in your head. Bring us those pictures. That's it. The script is already there. The descriptions are already there. It's all right there. Screenplay the fucking thing and give us it. That's it. Don't fuck with it. Don't pervert it. You know? Don't. If it has to be changed, then they're doing it for time. They're doing it for money, right? They're not doing it to bring us a better book in a movie form. They're just doing it to you know, to service their own reasons. And it fucks with my head, man. Sometimes they do okay, but it's not the book. It's just a reasonably near facsimile. That's it. but it ain't. It's like, here's the book, and here's the book's dirty little cousin, right? That's the movie, The Dirty Little Cousin. And it just has a little bit to do with the book. They've taken little bits and pieces out of the book and created a movie with it. Hi, big face. You want some water? Or drink some water. Big feet. Big, giant feet. Drink some water. Go ahead. You know what? You give me another 20 minutes and I'll get up. But I have got no reason to get up for the next 20 minutes, so please don't make me. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go back to bed. There you go. Go lay down. Get on the sofa. Get on the couch. Don't just stare at me. I'm not getting up yet. I'm not getting up yet. I'm not getting up yet. Of course, in 5 minutes I'll have to get up because I won't be able to take her staring at me any longer. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. There you go. And don't just click around in there either. Tomawa. Drink some water. Come on, Bessie. Come on, Bessie. Come lay down. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's probably a good idea to take a break from this. A year. Yeah, see, I just can't take her in there just walking around, wondering what the fuck to do. Do you want to go outside? Do you go outside? Yeah, that's another part of next season with everything, is to create doggy doors in all of my fucking doors so I don't have to do this every goddamn morning. I am sick of doing dogs every morning. You know, I want to get up and pull the covers on a couple of doggy doors and be done. You know, big dog, do whatever the fuck she wants to do. I'm done with it. Little dogs, in and out of every fucking bedroom, outside, whatever the hell they want to do. I'm done with it. You know? Physically, I'm just sick of fucking getting up and down. I mean, sitting here, I'm in so much fucking pain. You know, anybody else would fucking blow their brains out. You know, getting up and down, it just magnifies it. You know, by the end of the morning, having to get up and down 12 fucking times, I start to get an attitude. I start to get fucking pissed off. It's like, hey, somebody let those fucking dogs out. I'm done with it. I'm sick of it. It literally, you know, and I don't need that. Nobody else fucking needs that. You know, the dogs will look at me like, what's wrong with him, man? We just want to go out. You know, and I'm like, I'm fucking over it. So, yeah, that's going to happen real soon. That's a part of this next season. Getting little projects done and doing them while I'm on camera. You know, I got a shitload of 8-tracks and stereos and stuff to fix. They're important in the fact that when I'm done, all of these things are going to be worth something. Not just to me, but when they're all finished and cleaned and operating perfectly and curated together in groups, they're going to be worth money, right? Right now, they're worth memories and fun and hobbies and stuff, but when I'm gone, it's just going to be either junk or it's going to be stuff that can be sold to make money, or it's going to be some kind of family heirloom, right? And I want it to be less junk and more of stuff that can be sold, you know, and a few things that are important to a few family members, and that's all. But that means that I need to go through and curate it all and put prices on everything, make lists of stuff. Look, all of this stuff needs to go to this person. All of this stuff needs to go to that person. Sell all of this stuff, give the money to this person, right? The door is open so Sam can go in and out. I'm just kind of listening for Big Dog to bark or for him to scratch on a door or some shit. And then I was hoping I could just put this off and everybody'd stay asleep until 8. If she could stay outside long enough and shut up and Sam could just go back to bed, I wouldn't have to get up again. But I'm going to probably have to get up at least 2 more fucking times here before my show is over. Ain't that a shame? Yeah. Yeah, see, look, I'm already getting an attitude, you know. And all I had to do was get up and open fucking doors. But see, I wasn't in as much pain as I am now. Before I had to get up and open and close the doors a few times. You know, would the pain be getting this worse at this point right now if I didn't have to get up and open and close those fucking doors and get out of this chair? There's possibly. Probably. So yeah, a big part of my life is pain management. Hey Sam, what's going on? A big part of that pain management is not just smoking weed to get rid of pain, but is finding ways to keep from making the pain worse. You know? It's like when I go to work, you know, I'm doing all kinds of bending over and reaching and looking up and doing all of these things, and it gets to a point to where I'm like, okay, honey, here's a rag. Can you please get down there and clean that? Because I cannot get down. If I get down there, I'm not getting back up. And if I do get back up, it's going to be to walk into the car and sit down and get ready to go home, because I'm already at the max pain level, you know. And she just, you know, understands that, you know, I'm completely fucking broken, and that sometimes she's got to be my right arm, you know, and my left arm, and both my legs, and just leave me here and go do it. It sucks. But, you know, I was also the guy who was gone 8, 10, 12 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week. You know, it's Sunday, I got to go out and earn a couple of bucks, you know. Back when I was a slave. And it seemed like we never had enough money, you know. And that's because you're taught that you have to do this and live like this and have these things, you know. And it's like, well, if you don't, then you're like, you're nothing compared to everybody else, right? And you realize at some point that that doesn't get you anywhere, right? It doesn't get you anywhere. It just makes you want things that you can never have. I'll be right back. I'm back, babies. You know, I was just thinking that I guess everything really changed for me in my life when I had this realization, this epiphany, that most of our wants and desires and things that we think we need have been programmed into us by people who want to sell us those things, right? And that is key to a happy life, is recognizing the things that you want versus those things that others want you to buy from them, right? You have to have this, you need to have this, everybody must have this in their life. You can't live without it, right? And we believe that. And so we rush out on Black Friday to get as much of that crap as we can because we can't live without it. We have to have it, right? And when I figured that out, we began to have less. At one point, we didn't have anything in our house other than maybe a TV, right? And maybe a DVD player. And that was it. And we didn't really have anything else as far as books and appliances and records and stereos and all of that stuff, because we had gotten to the point where we realized that there were things that we needed and things that we thought we needed and things that we wanted and things that we thought we wanted, things that we were programmed to want, right? And I realized that the things that I wanted were not the things that were being offered to me, right? Which is why I have filled my house with all of this old stuff, is because I realized that that's where my wants and desires are in these old things, right? I don't want the crap that they're selling because they want me to buy it. First off, that's the main reason I don't want the crap that they're selling, is because they're trying real hard to get me to buy it. So therefore, it must be crap, because why else would the following year they come to me and try and sell me the new crap, telling me that the last crap they sold me was crap, and I really need the new crap, right? Huh? Yeah. Once I figured that out, I became a much happier person. My daughter wants the things that she wants because she wants them, not because she's programmed to want them. Mainly because she doesn't watch commercial television. That's the big bummer. That's where they really get you, when you watch commercial television. Now, commercials are everywhere. Commercial streaming, commercial live this, commercial videos. Everything has commercials now. Why? Because ad men control the world and they want you to buy bargain basement priced crap. You know? Until you figure that out, you're just going to keep along that same road. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to stop buying the crap. You know, your house is going to be filled with crap that you can't really use too much because it's really delicate crap and it's going to fall apart, and it was the last crap they had, you know, and don't touch it. Yeah. Now it's landfill crap, which is where it goes really quick now. It used to take 40, 50, 100 years for something to go from functioning and then to non-functioning and then into landfill, because you could take something that was non-functioning and you could just fix it. You could just, you know, everybody could fix anything in their household 50 years ago. Anything in the house could be fixed like that. You could order up a repair kit. You could take it to the local repair guy. You could fix it yourself with a screwdriver and a pair of pliers. Hey, it's fixed. You can't do that anymore. You can't even repair your car anymore. You used to be able to work on your own car because it was so easy to work on. You know, where's the carburetor? It's right there. Well, where's the spark plugs? They're right there. Where's the exhaust? Right there. You know, everything was right there, and you knew how to, you know, anybody, a kid, a housewife, it didn't matter. Housewives out there changing their fucking oil, you know, And now housewives just get in line at Jiffy Lube, you know, just like the guys do now. The guys don't even change their, because it's too fucking complicated. They make it so fucking complicated, right? And then most of the stuff isn't even fucking worth the hassle, because you're going to use it for what, a couple of months, a couple of years, and then it's landfill. It's just crap. Just crap. Crap. Sometimes I go and I'm like, wow, that's really cool, but I'm not going to buy it because I can see that it's a piece of crap. And it's going to last about yay long, and that's it. So don't even fucking go there. Do they make a non-crap version of this? Because I'll take that. Do they make a real-world version? Something made by, you know, fucking Tandy, Radio Shack or something? Give me one of those. Don't give me that piece of shit plastic digital, you know, processed, made in fucking China fucking shit that's just going to fall apart. And they make those things for consumers to fall apart so that you have to buy it again. It's not that it was made in China that it makes it a piece of crap. It's that it was designed to be a piece of crap and to fail after yay long, so that you have to buy something new, right? It's just, the crap is designed into it. The failure is designed into it. You can't build stuff that lasts forever. It's got a lifetime warranty. They don't want to do that anymore. If shit has a lifetime warranty and it always can be fixed and used, you know, how are they going to make money off of that, right? It's like curing cancer. How are they going to make money off of curing cancer when nobody else has cancer? What do they do with all of these cancer bullshit fucking remedy, overnight fucking sensation, you know, radiation treatment and all these? What happens is they go broke and they go bankrupt because they put all the money into researching all of this crap that doesn't do any good, right? Just to string us along and get our insurance money, right? If they cure cancer, they're fucked. We're good, but they're fucked. They got to find another line of business. They got to find something else to do. That's why there's no cure for cancer. Am I a cynic? No, I'm a fucking realist. That's the way it is. Period. End of fucking story. You know, there's a cure out there. We're never going to see it. No, because if we do, who are they going to give the bullshit fucking treatments to? You know, nobody's going to want to fucking do a bullshit treatment when they know they can just take a fucking pill. You know, all cancer gone. Here, take this. I mean, the people who have these cures won't even give them to their family members because they know that if the cat's out of the bag, then they're going to lose their $1 billion a fucking year fucking bullshit treatments. You know? It's fucking hideous. It's fucking hideous. Money rules, man. Money is the root of all evil. It's also man's religion. Man's true religion is fucking finance, fucking money. You know? Why else would there be, you know, money in the church and church in the government? Why? Because it all comes down to fucking money. Period. They want your bread and they want to control you. And they use whatever means possible. Yeah. And we're just dumb, poor fucking slaves who ain't got a fucking clue. Because we listen to them and we believe the bullshit. You know, hey, they say it's good, it must be good. It's got to be good. With a name like Smuckers, it's got to be good. Yep, it's got to be. I mean, they say it is, so it must be, right? Why would you not believe them? They're so trustworthy. Well, except for those times when they weren't. But aside from that, they've always been honest. Well, except for the times that they weren't. But, you know, why shouldn't we trust them? Well, because of the lessons? No, let's trust them anyway. But they fucked us over 1 million times. How many times has there been lawsuits against those fuckers? Well, yeah, but they're doing good now. Until they're not. Until they're found out again. Right? Bullshit business practices are like that to benefit someone so someone can profit, right? It's the whole profit thing that is the downfall of society, right? Where other people profit, other people have to go without. For other people to succeed, other people must fail, right? We can't just all succeed together, right? Oh, God, heaven forbid. Why? Because somebody would lose out, right, on something that they feel that they deserve. I deserve all of this money. I do. I know they don't deserve it. I deserve it. Which sets everything off balance. And now you get people who deserve it as well, but they don't have the means by which to force that decision upon others, right? Well, I've got more money than you, so therefore I can take more money away from you because I got the power to. Fucking hideous. Fucking, look, it's already after 8. I'm just on a rant here. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to get rolling and get my day on the move because, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, honey. Yeah, anyway, you know what to do, people. Go out there in the world and do something. Do something for yourself, but do something for somebody else too. Why? Because we're not alone on this planet, you know. Go out there and spread peace and love and not bullshit, but most especially stay weird, mofos, because if you ain't nobody gonna be weird for you. All right, people, I love you a lot. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Don't go out and buy anything. The economy will be fine. Teach these bastards a lesson. You want products that fucking last. You don't want landfill bullshit. You have the power. Consumers have more power than those who sell us the bullshit. Stand up for your rights, people. All right, love you. Take care of yourselves out there. Take care of somebody else too. Adios, people. Bye.